They got a sideline reporter. Welcome, everyone, to Pell City and the Pete Rich Stadium on the campus of Pell City High School as Eufaula Tigers have traveled 165 miles north along 280 and 231 to reach Pell City to take on the Pell City Panthers tonight. The Tigers, of course, come in 3-1 on the season. Pell City comes in 0-4, but they're fresh off an off week. Last week they played a murderer's row of a schedule. They played teams that have a combined record of 18-1 on the season. If you include Eufaula, tonight's opponent, 21-2 is a combined record of all of Pell City's opponents thus far. But 18-1, and the one loss was two of their opponents played each other, Clay Chalkville and Center Point. Clay Chalkville victorious over Center Point. So very tough schedule that Pell City has played. So you never know when you travel this far how you're going to match up with the other team. So it'll be very interesting to see how this goes tonight. It'll be very important for the Tigers not to give Pell City a lot of hope. This is a homecoming for Pell City. We got here early and we saw the ending of their homecoming parade. It's a very pretty school and very pretty campus. It's a nice stadium here. We're in a very nice press box, one of the nicest press boxes we see anywhere. Other than going to a college stadium. So it's very nice. A lot of festivities. People got here early. As a matter of fact, we got to the stadium about 2 hours before kickoff. We actually got here earlier than that. We ran an errand. But when we actually got here to set up, there were people already in the stadium 2 hours early. So there's a replay board here that you'll be able to see on camera. Actually, the camera is on the scoreboard and replay board right now. And there's a train track that runs right behind the visitors' stands, and actually there was an Amtrak train went by earlier, and it is right behind the stands. But it's a good night. Going to be good weather for a high school football game. Just a long trip up here, but there's a pretty good Eufaula contingency already in the stands across the way, considering how far the trip is. So kudos to them for making the trip up here. We're got to pause for the playing of the national anthem, and we'll be back with more pregame comments after this commercial break. Listening to Eufaula Tigers on the Eufaula Tiger broadcast. When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries, and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Call State Farm agent Sam Wise in Eufaula today. If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Sam Wise in Eufaula today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Attention contractors, is your metal roofing provider slowing you down? Apex Metal Express fills orders within a week. 40-year finish warranty, 17 different colors, and multiple truss styles. Work more and wait less.
We're back in Pell City, where we've just had the playing of a national anthem by the Pell City marching band and the presentation of the colors. And like I said, homecoming 2022 for Pell City. A good crowd on hand for Pell City. Very nice facilities, we said. They have an excellent kicker, as we were talking about earlier. He was hitting field goals from out to 51 yards. Big leg for that kicker. Really look for the kickoffs probably to go into the end zone. From 35 yards, he was kicking them automatically from 35 yards out and kicking them over the top of the uprights. So there are some skill on this Pell City roster. Even though they're 0-4, this is a game they're looking at that like they have a good chance to win. And it's going to be important for the Tigers to come out here and get it off to a fast start.
To be honest, looking at their schedule, this is probably one of the few that they have a chance of winning. But it's a very talented squad. Don't let them fool you. Don't let the record fool you. They're going to be tough. And they're looking to get on the win column tonight. Coach Mast, I don't know if you touched on this while I was trying. Actually, folks, if you're just joining us over from NFHS, we put in the NFHS number that the school gives us. It is telling us it's not a good number, so we appreciate you joining us. Apparently, we're not going to do NFHS tonight because the number is not working. But Coach Mast trying to get his 100th victory, which he has been all year. 99 victories, I think. So an important one, plus the first victory of the year for the Panthers. It's a blackout here tonight. It's homecoming here tonight. It's a huge crowd here tonight.
Yeah, and like I said, very, very nice stadium. It's bermed up here on the home side. This press box is a brick press box. We're in a sealed press box. We have a crowd mic on the outside. Hope that works out well. Hope you can pick up some crowd noise. I think I hear some over the headset. But there's actually a elevator in this press box. It's a super nice facility. We walked in on ground level and kind of walked up slightly uphill to where we are in this press box facility. But field house and concession stands on the end zone to our left. I don't have a compass out in front of me, so I can't tell you north, south, east, or west. But to our left, there's a nice brick building all the way across the end zone. There's a visiting concession stand across over there on the visitor side, as well as, it looks like, concessions, maybe a gate and restrooms to our right. But very nice facility, kind of right here in the middle of town in Pell City. Pell City is kind of a quaint little town. As we came in, as we said, they were having the homecoming parade, and we went right through the middle of downtown, and big turnout today for the parade, as you might expect in Eufaula. So, of course, Pell City is a 6A school. They're right here on the doorstep of Birmingham, and that would be, I guess, kind of to our east. As we're looking at the field, actually, we would be east. I guess we're looking almost south.
We're looking south.
It's east to our left, west to our right. So the captain's coming out on the field tonight for the Tigers. Of course, big number 72, Pat Screws. 95, Jamario Mitchell. Number 10 tonight, Tony Coleman will be a captain. And looks like number 12, Browning Anderson. So,
and for Pell City, they gave us, it's actually Carlos Herring. He's a senior. And the other one is 15, and there's not a 15 on their roster. So
yeah, they were giving us some last-minute updates. Some people had changed numbers. They did not give us that update. So coin toss is happening now, and hope everything turns out well for the video tonight. We are shooting through the window here in the press box. We've done that before. Hope it comes out with good quality for you. But best we can do with the current setup. But they've got it on the field report, a pretty big outfit up here the way they handle their games. They're the local radio station that handles the audio video feed actually covers 4 different games per Friday night. And they've got on the field sideline reporters and pretty big production team here present. It looked like that Eufaula won the toss. We'll have to wait and see if that's the case. But they looked to Eufaula first after the coin toss. Now Eufaula will be with their backs to the left side end zone. They're talking to Pell City now. Pell City's going to kick to Eufaula. So he never signaled who won the toss, but Pell City will kick off and Eufaula will receive, and Eufaula will move from left to right as we view the field here.
Generally, that's not a good sign. Well, you almost always defer, but you don't know. The Tigers might have wanted the ball to start with. So,
and I may have misinterpreted it. I may have missed him talking to Pell City, but it looked like right after the coin toss, he looked directly to Eufaula. So,
I tell you were talking about the stadium earlier, Keith. I've been trying to make sure everything's hot and working except for NFHS. I'm sorry, I don't know what to do about that. But this stadium is kind of impressive the way the school's laid out. We came in, there was a parade. Their parking lot was packed with people that had turned out for the parade. Whoever laid this out took an older stadium and did a good job of working with what they had, the way things are laid out here. The way you come in, the concession stands in the ends, the press box that we're in, I don't know how old it is, but it's a very nice facility.
Very nice. Very impressed with it. You know, I guess you can, you know, and like you said, I believe it's an updated old facility probably, but it's super nice. And so it's something that, you know, there was some discussion, I know, over 20 years ago about whether to update and remodel senior stadium or to build a new facility on campus. Of course, in this situation, this is right here on campus by the high school. So
I'm going to tell you, there was a lot of, I was on that committee, and there was a lot of push for senior stadium, but the thing that killed it was the narrow streets over there and people, the parking, and, you know, sometimes people would park on the streets, then emergency vehicles couldn't get in. And it kind of, really and truly, we won't go to a stadium that has nicer setup, with the exception of maybe a turf field. That's about it.
Right. Of course, we passed by Sylacauga High School's stadium on the way up here, and they do have a turf field. A lot of high schools are going to that now. So it is. It will be Eufaula on offense to begin the game tonight, and
You want to kill it?
I don't know.
Let's see what it'll do.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know if it got any better or not. We killed our lights in the press box here to try to help the video feed. So it is, the Tigers are standing back deep. It's going to be Nick Floyd along with Tony Coleman. They stand at their 12-yard line. I don't know if they watch this guy kick in warm-ups or not. They're not deep enough. So we'll see what he opts to do. Kicking is number 19, Jake Lackstone. Now, remember that name, Jake Lackstone, because it is very likely that you might see, he's a junior. You would probably see him kicking somewhere on Saturdays in the future, because I was very impressed with him in the pregame warm-ups. Soccer-style kicker with a very strong leg. And we're backing up to the 10, but we actually probably need to be about the goal line, Doug, and then if it goes over our head, you know, it's a touchback.
Goal line's a touchback. So, yeah, he was very impressive. Step and a half, two-step, like a field goal, and he was booting them very, very deep. Even from 30, 35 yards, it was high as the crossbars, tall crossbars, into the net in the back. So, actually, I thought they were waiting for the time to run down to 0, which it has run down to 0. I'm not sure exactly what we're waiting on at this point, but both teams lined up, ready to go.
And next week's opponent, as the Tigers return back to Tiger Stadium, will be Carroll Ozark. Carroll Ozark's off tonight, so they had a big win last week over Seminole County, Georgia, 33-3, and they'll be making the trip to Eufaula next week as they are off. The only good thing about playing this way far away from home, Doug, is I doubt they came all the way up here to scout the Tigers.
And they're not watching us on NFHS, I can guarantee you that.
That's right. There's a kick. It's high, end over end. It's going to come down at the 6-yard line. Tony Coleman takes a no.
It was offsides.
Okay.
Actually, I think the flag is over on our line, isn't it? How can we line up offsides?
No, it's on their side.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was on our side of the field, but it was on their side of midfield. So we'll do it all over again. They're going back on about 5 yards, and
that was probably a good thing because I'm not sure who was it, Coleman, that was bringing it in.
Coleman.
He was 30 yards all by himself. All his blockers had done. Ben took off. So if somebody would have gotten through, he would have been on his own to take them on. We appreciate Jimmy Simmons being with us tonight, operating the camera. Charles is out under the weather a little bit. Thoughts and prayers with Charles. We know he'll be back as soon as he can.
Kicks in the air again, high end over end kick. Coleman goes back and retrieves it at the 10-yard line. Up straight up the field, he's going to cross the 30 and go down about the 32-yard line. That's where the Tigers will take over. 1st and 10 from the 32 of Eufaula, just underway here at Pell City. Eufaula, as you can see on the film, red pants, white jerseys, red numerals, red headgear. Pell City in all black, trimmed in gold, white headgear. Tigers pair of receivers to either side as they snap it from the right hash mark. One back in the backfield is Red Harris along with the quarterback Copeland Cotton. Motion back across to the left, Aurelius Slaughter. He'll set. Tigers moved a little early. They will throw the flag. It was the middle receiver on the wide side. That's going to cost the Tigers 5 yards.
Well, we were coming out ready to air it out right off the bat.
We really don't know that much about Pell City's defense. We know their offense has struggled against tough competition, but we do not know. We know they've given up a lot of points, but that's against a very tough schedule. Once again, twin receivers to either side. One back in the backfield now, motion by Slaughter back to the short side of the field to the right. Slaughter will set. Cotton drops back. He's going to throw it deep. He has a man out there. It's going to be Anderson, who was bumped into, and he's going to get the interference call, it looks like.
I was going to say there was a lot of bumping going on over there. I didn't see the flag, but take it any way you can get it. That's from the line of scrimmage, though, in high school.
That's
it's
right.
Not if you're going to get beat, that's always something good to reach out and grab somebody. From the line of scrimmage, it's still set up. I guess it'll be first down over again, 1st and 5 now.
I don't know why everybody's like they watch too much pro football, because even in college it's 15 yards. So it's going to be out to should be the 42-yard line. No. Yeah, it should have been the 42-yard line.
It's not. We lost a yard somehow. We had a 5-yard penalty.
Unless they called holding. They may have called holding. I didn't.
Well, that would have been from the spot or the line of scrimmage.
I'm talking about defensive holding is a 10-yard, but it's an automatic first down. Either way, I think we lost 5 yards on that penalty. So it's 1st and 5 now. They're going to hand it off to Harris. Ed Harris breaks the tackle in the backfield. He's in the secondary. He's in across midfield into Pell City territory down to the 42-yard line of Pell City, it looks like. So from the 37, that will be 13 and 8 is 21 yards on that carry for Red Harris. But a Tiger first down, their first of the night. Tigers quickly set. They're going to hand it off to Harris. Once again, Harris trying the middle of the line. He's going to go inside the 40 down around the 38-yard line. Give him 5 more yards on that carry. So a 5-yard gain for the Tigers. They'll set up a 2nd and 5. 11:07 just underway here from Pell City. Scoreless game. Tigers with the ball on the move. Cotton drops the snap, picks it up, looking to throw. He's going to flush from the pocket. They're going to throw a holding this time. Pass is complete to Anderson down at the 22-yard line. But it looked like the tackle was engaged with the defensive end and kind of stayed engaged a little too long. The back judge saw it, threw the flag. It's going to be a spot foul, I guess, from the 47-yard line. This could be a really big penalty. The Tigers snapped it from the 38-yard line, but the flag is laying at the 47-yard line. So if they mark 10 yards off from there, it will be a loss of 17 yards on that penalty. That it will be. So there have been a lot of penalty flags already in this game, and that negates a nice gain for the Tigers. That gain was from the 38 down to the 22. It was a 16-yard completion that was nullified with that penalty. So now it's 2nd down and very long.
That's
the first
a
down
huge
would come
penalty in high school.
Yeah, the first down would come all the way down. Really a Slaughter on the jet sweep, looking to turn it upfield. He's going to be tackled with a face mask. They grabbed his face mask, so that's a break. We've had a penalty on every play except for I think one run. I'm sorry. We've got 2 plays that stood, a 21-yard run by Harris, a 5-yard run by Harris, but that is the 5th penalty of the game so far already. Personal foul, face mask, will give the Tigers 15 yards. So they lost 17 on the hold. They'll get 15 of it back right here. Well, we actually got more of that back. It took us back to it took us back. They've been a little inconsistent on these penalty mark-offs so far. It took us back to the 41-yard line. We can pick up a first down.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah. We can pick up a first down about the 30 3-yard line. Cotton takes a snap on 2nd down and 8. He throws a pass. It's going to be complete. Browning Anderson trying to break a tackle, but he's spun out of bounds just shy of the 20-yard line across the field. That play, will give him 19 yards on that pass play. I think it's a 22-yard line where he went out of bounds. So the Tigers convert the first down, and the initial drive is still underway here for the Tigers. 1st and 10. Pugh shifts over to the left side. Red Harris up the middle, following his blockers. He is going to go down inside the 20, around the 17-yard line. I believe it's going to be a gain of about 5 yards. We'll wait and see on the down marker over there. Actually, he's going to pick up 6 yards on that play. 6-yard gain for Red Harris. He has a pretty good average going so far. He's carried it 3 times for 32 yards already. Tigers quickly out snapping it. Somebody went the wrong way as Cotton's going to roll out. He's going to throw it late. He throws it complete to his receiver that went down low to get it. It's going to be Tron Mitchell, I believe. Yes, Tron Mitchell across the way. There is a flag in the middle of the field right on the hash mark at the 17-yard line. We'll wait and see what that might be. That would have been a Tiger first down on that completion. So there,
ineligible receiver downfield, maybe. That's what Jimmy said. And he's going. I thought he was going back to the line of scrimmage to mark it off. I don't know. They're like
over to the far hash.
Silicaga over there for a minute. So.
Well, he marked off 5 yards when all was said and done. So it's going to be 2nd down and 9 now for the Tigers. 2nd and 9. 9:35 to go here in the first quarter. This is the initial drive of the game for the Eufaula Tigers. They received the opening kickoff, and they've moved it down into Silicaga territory. Cotton takes a snap, looking to throw, straight drop back. He's going to throw it. It's tipped up and incomplete. That time intended for Anderson down around the 10-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9. The first 3rd down conversion situation, the first incompletion of the night. Been a lot of penalties, as we said. There's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 penalties already in this game in the first 2 minutes and 37 seconds. 3rd and 9, pistol formation. Cotton has one back, Harris behind him. Bunch set on the right side, and with that, I believe they jumped off sides.
I tell you, it was a long time before the flag came out. We saw Cotton and Harris pointing, and that'll get us 5. It'll make it 3rd and, what, about 2 or 3 now. 9:23 to go in the first quarter of play. No score from Pell City, Alabama.
So 3rd down and 4 for the Tigers as they split wide. 3 men to the wide side of the field to the right. Going to hand it off to Harris straight to the middle. Harris is going to lower his head. He should be close to his first down. He should have his first down.
He's got it marked as a first down on the far side of the field. Looks like he picked up about 5 or 6 on that play. First down, Tigers.
Eufaula's been going pretty fast in between these plays. So Cotton brings him up. 3 to the wide side left. He's going to look to throw. Tunnel screen to that side to Slaughter. Slaughter cutting back up inside. Makes 2 men miss and darts inside the 10 down around the 7-yard line. So that play gains 6 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. The Tigers can pick up a first down. That first down would come about the 4-yard line, it looks like. Tigers quickly up, 24 seconds still on the play clock. They snap it with 22. Hand it to Harris straight at the middle. Harris is going to get down near his first down as he gets down inside the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it's going to be actually maybe a gain of 5. It's going to be first and goal Tigers from, we'll call it the 3-yard line. Quickly a handoff to Harris, looking to take it up the middle. Cotton says he's in. Officials have yet to say they're going to mark it 2nd down, but it's going to be 2nd down very close. Big Pat says he's in, but no touchdown signal yet.
Tigers bringing in the heavy set. 7:57. Tigers have had the ball the entire quarter here, almost. Well, 4+ minutes in.
They just brought down a 322-pounder to plug the middle. But Janze Pierre, very tight set for the Tigers. They're going to hand it to Nick Floyd, who jumps up and over and into the end zone. Touchdown Tigers. That's with 7:37 to go here in the first quarter. Very important first drive, Doug, that the Tigers would take the ball all the way down the field and draw first blood against Pell City. So 3-yard touchdown run for the senior Nick Floyd. They're going to run a fake play here. They convert it for the 2-point conversion. Just an easy toss from Copeland Cotton, and we'll see. It looks like 41. I can't tell as he runs off the field. We'll call it 41 if we have it. Yeah, Nasir Thomas is what I'm going to give. I'm going to give him credit until I learn otherwise. It looked like 41 to me. But with 7:37 to go in the first quarter, it's Eufaula 8, Pell City nothing.
Well, a good start there. That's just what you wanted when you get off the bus after 3 hours. I say 3 hours. It was they had a little break in there. We stopped at the same place they did. I forgot what is it, Brody's, or what was the name of it? I have to look it up.
We never can remember this name. It was a barbecue place in Sylacauga, Booker's, I think. Booker's barbecue.
She was a fan of the Eufaula Tigers, though. I can tell you that. And it was very good, Booker's barbecue. But there wasn't any barbecue that I saw.
I didn't see any
barbecue. Very good
either.
home cooking. We've been around today. Got in a little Buc-ee's and got in a little Bass Pro and.
It was a pleasant ride up. It's a beautiful day today.
Got a little Beauregard trip in?
Yeah, that's right. We did stop in Beauregard as well. So Silas with the kickoff. It's going to come down at the 14-yard line. It's going to be a middle return this time, and good tackle at around the 36-yard line. One of the players for Pell City's helmet came off, but good starting field position for Pell City. They say there's a flag. I overheard someone mention a flag.
I heard it too. I don't see it, but somewhere. It's one thing about sometimes being behind the glass. It's hard to see everything. Their officials are right in front of the Pell City Panthers bench, so apparently, and he's pointing over on the bench, so it's maybe a sideline warning or something here. We'll see.
It's an personal foul. It's going to be on Eufaula. So that's going to give Pell City excellent starting field position.
Well, I didn't see it, but whatever.
Well, one of the players' helmets came off. So anytime a helmet comes off, I know it potentially could come off on its own, I guess. But so Pell City will start at the 49-yard line of Pell City. They are in a single back set, double tight end. Tall sweep to the short side, home sideline. He darts in. He finally gets run out of bounds. It was a kind of late shove there. Janze got away with it, fortunately. And it's a 2-yard gain.
I missed the number. Was it 10? I think carried the ball then.
So Marquise Bedford. There were several players that were kind of highlighted for them, and Bedford was one of them.
So into Tiger territory. They didn't have to go but 2 yards, but the 49-yard line of the Tigers now 2nd and 8 for the Panthers. Tigers running a 4-4 right now on defense. Actually, I guess it's a
unbalanced to the short side. They're going to hand it to the quarterback's going to keep it. He pulled it out. He has open field. He's going to take it out of bounds just at the 40-yard line. So that's a 9-yard gain, but a first down for Pell City. 2 plays, first down. They've got an injured player on the field.
It was actually a good read by the quarterback there. He's already up, so unless he goes, they're telling him to go down. So let's take a commercial break, and we'll be back with more Tiger football after this commercial break.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula, Alabama. Call 334-687-0358.
Benny Whitehead Incorporated has called Eufaula home since 1965. Today, the family-owned business owns and operates 119 tractors and trailers and employs over 150 people. Benny Whitehead is nationally known as a leader in safety and keeping the air clean and fuel consumption low. Benny Whitehead Incorporated loves Eufaula and would like to wish Lakeside and Eufaula safe and successful seasons.
We're back. 1st and 10, Pell City from the 40-yard line of Eufaula. Two running plays, nets 11 yards for Pell City, 9 yards on that quarterback keeper on the last play by the quarterback, Caleb Gross. He's going to look to throw this time. He rolls back. He's going to throw a quick pass. It's complete for a short gain, only about 4 yards down to the 36-yard line, pardon me. So 4 yards on that play, but Pell City finding a little bit of success here early on offensively. That's what we were told they struggled with was offense, but they've played, as we said, a very tough schedule. So 2nd down, and they called it 5 on the PA, but it's more like it's just as close to 6 as it is 5. So
under center.
Going to take it, going to hand it to the back. Penetration in the backfield by Yanze Pierre. And Pierre brings him down, and he loses the 4 yards that they gained on the pass play. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 situation after the 4-yard loss on the running play. Good penetration that time by Pierre, and they forced the lost yardage, 3rd down 10. 6:18, clock rolling here in the first quarter. Eufaula leads 8-0 after they drove from their 32-yard line after the opening kickoff to take the lead.
Their back is lined up super deep.
Super deep. Bootleg, a lot of pressure this time. They throw the pass, and it's going to be incomplete. The late flag was thrown. They're going to call it interference on the Tigers.
That's going to be one of them nuts.
It was questionable. The pass was probably not catchable. We were in his way. We did have hands on him, but who knows?
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Not the worst call I've ever seen, but it was late. We'll give him that.
Yeah. Tell you what, the winner of the first half of the first quarter, as we sit at 6 minutes, has been the penalties. Got more yards than anybody, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 penalties through 6 minutes. We're averaging more than a penalty a minute.
And we're on pace for 32 penalties tonight.
Well, they call defensive holding.
Actually, more than that.
They call defensive holding there and not interference. So 1st and 10, Pell City. They're second, but that one by penalty, it converts to 3rd and 10. They're under center. They're going to hand it to the back, who finds a little bit of running room this time as he gets across the line of scrimmage, takes it forward we'll give him 3 yards on that play. So 3-yard gain brings up 2nd down 7. That was Marquise Bedford on the carry for Pell City. Did not get the number of the Tiger that made the tackle. They are lined up with one single back in the backfield, and he is lining up about 7 yards off the ball.
I tell you, they're not really lining up and double teaming Yanze, it doesn't appear.
They're going to hand it. No, it's going to be a bootleg this time. Trying to set up a screen, and quarterback did a good job of avoiding the pressure. He throws it high down the near sidelines, incomplete. They'll bring up a 3rd down and 7, but he avoided Yanze that time. Pretty good speed out of the quarterback, Caleb Gross. Incomplete pass, 3rd down and 7 from the Tiger. 27, you figure, is probably 4-down territory here. Except for they have I was going to say they have the kicker. I kind of forgot about that. This would be a 44-yard field goal from where it sits, and he certainly has the leg for it. It would be a right hash kick, but one more play to go before we even talk about that. 3rd down, a short 7 for Pell City. Shotgun formation for the first time tonight. The quarterback has a man split wide left and right. Going to drop back, look to throw down the right sideline. Has a man there, and he catches it inside the 5.
That ball looked like it hit the ground as I was looking through the binoculars, but they gave him the catch.
Well, that's one thing we can't do is let people get behind us. Colin Smith on that reception, and it was a good effort either way. He slid down. A good throw nets him a touchdown. It was a low throw, but that picks up 25 yards on that pass completion, and a Pell City 1st down. So
good pass from the quarterback. I mean, it was Could have been a little higher, but if it would have been, it probably would have been 6. They're going to take a timeout here, apparently. Let's wait and see. 5 seconds on the play clock. Somebody's got to take a timeout. They're going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout, too. Be back after this commercial timeout.
The family at Impressive Collision Center has been in business since 1940.
That's impressive.
Your transportation is one of the largest investments you have, so keep it looking new at Impressive. From a major crash to a small dent, Impressive can help.
Now, impressive.
They work closely with all insurance companies and give you a great price on your minor mishaps.
Wow, impressive.
And don't forget to check out all the accessories from install winches, brush guards, and bed covers.
Impressive. Give them a call. Impressive Collision Center, 317 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-4400.
Easy Metal Building Kits, pole barns, and metal roofing supplies. APEC Metal Express carries multiple kit sizes and colors with at-home DIY instruction. APEC Metal Express. Fast delivery, superior quality, excellent customer service.
And we're back in Pell City. It'll be first and goal for Pell City when we return from the 2-yard line. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 penalties on Eufaula, 4 penalties on Pell City so far. So right down the middle on the penalties thus far. Not sure about the yardage, but straight down the middle. Going to be a very tight set I formation. They're going to hand it off to the back, deep in the backfield. He's going to be stood up, and he's going to be driven back. No gain on that play. So no gain on the play as we look across the way at the down marker. Tiger did a good job stacking it up as they tried to run it straight ahead that time. Got Big Pat in there on the D line, but I think it was Big 66 that time that made the tackle. Quarterback sneak. They're trying to push him in. I believe with the aiding the runner, they made it into the end zone for a Pell City touchdown. So 2 yards and a touchdown. So 8-6 is the score right now. The Tigers lead, but see what the Pell City. I think they're going to opt to kick the extra point. 4:08 to go here in the first quarter. So Pell City took over at their own 49-yard line. They drove it all the way for a touchdown. It was aided by a 10-yard penalty, so only 41 yards of offense on that possession. There's the bad snap. They're going to run it out now, and it's going to fail. So it's going to be the score is going to stay at 8-6 as the mishandle placement of the snap. So with 4:08 to go, Tigers lead 8-6.
Good job that time. The snap just came to a little bit to the right of the holder, which was behind him, and he couldn't get it brought all the way back around and put it down. Good job by Eufaula coming in, putting just enough pressure to be able to tackle him. So 4:08 to go in the first quarter play, 8-6 Tigers lead. It's going to be one of those nights you need to come out and offense needs to be clicking along all the way down early because it's homecoming. The more times we put it in the end zone, the more sting we take out of it and take away from this large homecoming crowd here.
So it's a 2-yard touchdown run on the quarterback sneak, and I'm just amazed, Doug, that they finally just out. You know, it used to be a penalty aiding the runner if you push somebody from behind. It didn't always get called, but now it's fair game. So it's almost like a rugby scrum in situations like that. They actually, a lot of people put a back right behind the quarterback, a big player, just to push him forward. So it's basically like a sandwich.
We're lined up a little. Well, I don't know. I guess we're not deeper. It's going to be a low bouncing kick.
It's going to be fielded at the 12-yard line this time by Coleman. Coleman going to cut it back up inside of a block. He's going to get it out just across the 30. They'll probably mark him down right at the 30.
Wasn't nothing bouncing about that. I'm looking in the wrong spot. Hey. Tigers will start at the 31-yard line. They're on 31.
3:59 to go here in the first quarter. Eufaula leading 8-2. Pistol formation. They hand it to it's Chubb Nelson this time into the game, and Nelson gets stacked up after about a 2-yard gain. Saw Nelson have a really, really big game down at Headland 3 weeks ago. Harris was out for that game, and Nelson really stepped up in that game and had over 200 yards rushing against the Rams. But second down and 8 here for the Tigers as Nelson gets in a pistol formation about maybe only a yard behind Cotton, the quarterback. Pugh shifts over to the right side. They'll hand it to Nelson, who's going to be hit right in the backfield. I don't know what's changed. He loses 2 yards back. Look, I don't know what changed. We were having some running room at first possession, but Pell City has beaten us up front these last, at least on that play. They were in the backfield. 2 men were waiting on Nelson as he took the snap.
That right side is getting beat right this second.
3rd and 10. Cotton drops back. He's going to throw a pass. It's going to be complete to Tron Mitchell. He's going to turn, and he'll have a first down. He gets 11 yards on a Tiger first down.
Good job of knowing where the first down marker was.
So a good throw and catch. Good solid catch by Tron Mitchell. He is a junior wide receiver. A good-looking ball player for the Tigers. A lot of height at receiver for Eufaula this year. Mitchell being one of them.
Harris back into the game.
Pair of receivers to the wide side left. Cotton's going to roll that direction. Look downfield. He's going to throw it deep. It's going to be a wounded duck that time. He just kind of tried to throw that ball too hard. Sometimes you do that.
That must have slipped because it landed over by the fence.
Yeah, he tried to put too much on it and did not. It was just a wounded duck. It went out of bounds, fortunately, for the Tigers. But that's incomplete. It'd be second down and 10.
Closest one to that one was Wingate. And I'm not talking about Wingate the ball player. It was Wingate the cheerleader. So that one just kind of slipped. And there's an awful lot of discussion with the officials going on. I'm not sure. What did I miss? Keith, is there a flag somewhere?
I don't see a flag. I don't know what it could be. I mean, it's possible there's a flag there somewhere, but I didn't see it.
The chain gang on the far side is just carrying on about something. He's turned around. He's going to mark something off against the Tigers.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
What in the world?
Well, that'll cost the Tigers 5, but they'll get the down over again, I guess. So let's take that incompletion off, and we'll get first down all over again. That will be the 9th penalty of the game so far. 5 against the Tigers, 4 against Pell City. 3 receivers wide left, 1 to the right. It's Tron Mitchell. They're going to throw the tunnel screen. Aurelius Slaughter breaks into the open field. He's in a foot race now. He crosses midfield. He goes inside the 40, down around the 30. We'll see where they spot him down. I think the 35-yard line is where they're going to spot him down.
Big gainer.
That was from the 37-yard line all the way down to the 35, so 28 yards on that play. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Harris this time. Harris goes inside the 35 down around the 32-yard line. 3-yard gain for Harris after the 28-yard throw and catch from Cotton to Slaughter. Slaughter has really developed into a weapon for the Tigers. So 3-yard gain. It's going to be second down and 7. Cotton takes, looking to throw. He's going to flush to the left this time. They're going to throw a holding.
Yeah, we got caught. Our hands were actually inside. It looked like a good block. But as Cotton rolled out, the lineman tried to pull away and go chase him, and we had a hold of the jersey.
That's exactly what happened to the right side earlier when he flushed wide to the right here. They didn't disengage in time, and they called holding. And where it lays, the penalty flag is lying at the 39-yard line. I don't know if it happened that far back or not, but see, once again, that's about 7 yards behind the play. It's going to be a 17-yard penalty again.
Well, all I can say is a long time ago, the line coach would have some white tape ready for you when you came on the sideline because you was fixing to get your hands taped up where you couldn't grab nobody.
You know, way back in the day, you didn't even use your hands at all. I mean, you kind of put your hands in together and made a V, made a wedge.
Made a wedge.
Yeah. So second and very long. We'll call it 27 for the Tigers. As Cotton drops back, he's going to throw a pass long. It's caught by Slaughter as he dips out of bounds down around the 36-yard line. It's going to be a 13-yard gain for the Tigers. It brings up, is this going to be third down now? 3rd and 11? 3rd 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11 from 36 of Pell City. Tigers have gotten some pretty good chunk yardage so far tonight in this game. We're still in the first quarter, 1:30 to go, 8-6 the Tigers lead. Pell City jumps into the neutral zone. I believe we're going to get a free 5 out of this.
So that's 5 more of it back. So did I miss it? Is it okay? It says 3rd down, but shouldn't it be 2nd?
To be honest, I'm not sure. With all these penalties, it's just
we got holding on 1st, but you get that over again.
Well, we ran for 3 yards on 1st down, okay, I believe.
All right. So 3rd, and that makes it
3rd and
about 6.
Yeah.
And what very well could be 4 down territory.
We have a tight end to the right this time. It's Pugh. We're going to hand it to Harris. He's going to run to the right. He'll pick up a 1st down easy. As he gets around the corner, he may score a touchdown here. He does. He goes all the way in for the Tiger touchdown from 31 yards out, and the Tigers go up by a score of 14-6.
79 yards on 8 carries is what I have for Harris in the first quarter. Still 1 minute and 20 seconds to play. Tigers up 14-6 with the extra point. We'll see if Pell City has learned how to line up to the swinging gate. It looks like they're lined up correctly.
You've already gotten the points. If you kick this one here, you're going to be up 9. So you've already.
They're looking at the sideline. I look for them to shift over, but.
Yeah, I agree.
They need to make up their mind to do something. Is they going to take a timeout?
So timeout, Eufaula with timeout on the field. We'll step aside for a timeout and be back after this commercial break.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? Is it a cool lake breeze on a hot summer day or by a warm fire on a cold night? Make every room in the house as inviting as the next. Also, make the air fresh and clean for everyone and keep humidity where it belongs. At Carrier, comfort means more than just the temperature. Contact Brown Heating and Air Condition, 714 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-5244.
Hey Tiger fans, this is Lauren Streeter with Wiregrass Realty, and I'm here to tackle all your real estate needs. Let's team up and make a touchdown on your new home. Give me a call today, 334-614-7409. Go Tigers!
We're back in the Brown Heating and Air broadcast booth on the campus of Pell City High School and Pete Rich Stadium as the Tigers have scored on a 31-yard touchdown run by the senior Red Harris, his 2nd touchdown run of the first quarter. Tigers going to come out and go for 2 in a conventional tight formation here, as it'll be Nick Floyd. It's going to be a bootleg this time. Going to run it is Copeland Cotton, and he's in. So the Tigers now lead by 10, 16-6, with 1:20 to go in the first quarter. That was a good use of a timeout, Doug. You actually picked up a couple of points, and the Tigers now are up by a touchdown and a field goal when both teams have scored a touchdown. So 2 2-point conversions. That's 4 additional points for the Tigers after these 2 touchdowns. So good job by Coach Jernigan and the coaching staff.
Now we'll handle kickoffs again, and if we can keep from getting a penalty and giving it to them at midfield, we'll be all right. But we appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Like he said, Brown Heating and Air Conditioning broadcast booth, and it felt like Ricky McGilvery and Brown Heating and Air Conditioning had been up here working on this air conditioning we got here tonight. It was rather cool in this room. It works well, and a beautiful night for football. I don't know, it's probably, 70 degrees outside, maybe a little less than that.
There's some long sleeves in the crowd tonight here at Pell City, but a lot of short sleeves as well. But it's a good venue for high school football, as we talked about in the pregame. But it's homecoming, so they've got a good crowd, a great crowd for an 0-4 program.
Darn right.
Salas has the ball on the tee for the Tigers. It'll be his 2nd kickoff of the night. He drives it straight down the left hash mark. It'll be fielded inside the 10 around the 5-yard line. It's going to be a nice tackle up around the 23-yard line. We'll get to check the player's number as he, let's see, Jaquavius Moss on the tackle for the Tigers. So it'll be Pell City at the 22-yard line where they have it spotted down. So 22-yard line of Pell City. Tiger defense, let's see if they can come out and get something going tonight. That was a nice opening drive for Pell City, who hasn't scored a lot of points on the season. Had to be a confidence booster for them. It was aided by defensive holding penalty on 3rd and 10 that gave them a first down. He did complete a nice pass after that, though, for 25 yards to give them the 1st and goal. Motion, they're going to hand it off to the quarterback. Kept it. Good read is they're going to take him down after a short gain of maybe 2 or 3 on the far side. We'll give him a gain of 2 on that play. They had a lot of things going on that time on that play. They brought the man back in motion. They faked the jet sweep. They faked the handoff to the tailback up the middle on the dive, and the quarterback kept it around the right end. So under a minute to go here in the first quarter, 45 seconds and counting. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for Pell City when we snap the ball. 16-6, Eufaula leads. Shotgun formation now again for the quarterback, Caleb Gross. Tigers in a four-man front. They actually bring 5 that time. They're going to throw a fade. There is good coverage that time by Tony Coleman, the junior defensive back for the Tigers. He was running stride for stride with the it appears to be tall receiver of Pell City. We'll check the size on that receiver. It was sophomore Zach Duncan. He is 6'4", 180 pounds. So eyes did not deceive me that time. 6'4" wide receiver, but a 6'2" Tony Coleman. 3rd and 8 from the 24-yard line of Pell City. 24 seconds to go in the first quarter with Eufaula leading by 10. Gross takes a snap. He's looking to his right the whole way. He's going to throw a fade. He's going to overthrow everyone. And it'll be 3 and out for Pell City as there's no flags. We actually ran 3 straight. We had a whole possession and 3 straight plays with no flags on that possession at all.
We'll have to get an update. We can actually hear the coaches next to us. There's some kind of key with number 84 that's their tight end that when he's not in the game, he's got his hands full. He probably don't want to be in the game very much as Janze's gone by him on almost every play. But we'll see. We're actually going to put somebody back deep to receive this punt, but I was told we probably are not going to field them again. It's actually,
I think that's going to be Browning Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson is back. Punter is actually standing on about his 10-yard line. We didn't watch their punter very much. A lot of pressure, but he gets it away.
And we don't field it, and it takes a big bounce, and it's going to go dead at the 35-yard line. But, hey, Tigers have it with good field position at their 35. And
still, that's what, about a 40-yard punt?
It's a 41-yard punt after the roll.
Yeah, like you said, at some point we're going to have to be able to step up and field those. And, you know, that could have saved us 15, 20 yards there. 5.4 seconds left in the first quarter. Tigers will start their 3rd possession of the night, scoring on long drives on both of them.
Once again, pistol formation as the Tigers run almost exclusively. They hand it off to Harris, who tries the middle of the line. He's going to lose. They'll actually give him a spot back to the line of scrimmage, but he ultimately went down 5 yards deep. So no gain on the last play of the first quarter, and we'll go to the first quarter break with the Tigers leading by 10, 16-6. You're listening to Eufaula High School Tiger Football on the Eufaula Tiger Football broadcast.
Hey Tiger fans, this is Lauren Streeter with Wiregrass Realty, and I'm here to tackle all your real estate needs. Let's team up and make a touchdown on your new home. Give me a call today, 334-614-7409. Go Tigers!
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Easy Metal Building Kits, pole barns, and metal roofing supplies. APEC Metal Express carries multiple kit sizes and colors with at-home DIY instruction. APEC Metal Express. Fast delivery, superior quality, excellent customer service.
We're back in Pell City at Pete Ridge Stadium. The Tigers lead the Panthers of Pell City 16-6. Just as we about to run the first play of the second quarter, the Tigers face a 2nd down and 10 from their 35-yard line. They'll have Brandon Anderson split wide to the short side left. Pugh will be in a wing to that side. We'll have two receivers wide side right. Harris is the running back. Cotton drops back. He's gonna avoid the rush initially. He dumps it off to his safety valve out in the flat, Harris, and it's incomplete. Harris unable to come up with that catch. So it'll be a 3rd down and 10.
As quick as they went 3 and out, we're staring it in the face.
Yeah, we are. And they got a good pressure that time on Cotton. He did a good job avoiding the pressure as he ducked under the rush. He tried to hit his safety valve. He was slipped out into the flat, Harris. But threw him a fastball, Harris unable to come up with it that time. So a conversion situation on the Tiger 35-yard line, leading by 10, 11:51 to go in the second quarter. 4 wide receivers in the game, motion by Slaughter back across to the right side right. Cotton drops back. He's going to flush. He's going to throw a pass. He has a man there. He's going to overthrow him with a little bit of adrenaline. He threw it for Tony Coleman that time, and it sails incomplete. It'll be a 3 and out for the Tigers, the first of the night, 3 and out.
Well, you hate that there. You had decent field position, and if you could have drove down and scored there, you could have took some bite out of them. But yet they're going to get it back with a chance to draw close.
Only a 23-second possession that time as they ran the ball on the last play of the first quarter, and then 2 pass plays. Only took 18 seconds.
Pell City.
With the timeout by Pell City, we'll be back after this commercial break.
Does your IT infrastructure or computer equipment have you sidelined? Don't throw in the towel yet. Call Chris Works at Works Consulting at 334-695-2820.
Somebody cannot come to us, we go to them. It's something that we do on a regular basis, something we don't mind doing, and we work on a contingency basis.
No one has to pay us any money up front.
They do not have to pay us unless we collect for them, unless we are successful in resolving their case through a settlement or through trial.
They don't have to pay us any money unless we get favorable results for them. If you're hurt in a car wreck, call Penn and Seaborn. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers. And we're back in the Brown Hingham Air broadcast booth.
16-6, the Tigers
Pete
lead.
Ridge Stadium. Browning Anderson, the junior, stands back to punt this away for the Tigers. 4th and 10 from the 35-yard line. There's a high snap. Anderson gets away. It's a nice spiral that's going to turn over. It's a high punt that will be
called a fair
muffed,
catch.
but it was muffed,
Yep.
and Eufaula is going to come up with it.
Good
That was a beautiful punt by Anderson, maybe his best of the year. It was a high, tight spiral that turned over, and it actually sailed about 35 yards in the air from the line of scrimmage. So it was a very good punt. It bounced back off the chest of the Pell City player, and Eufaula recovered it at the 34-yard line of Pell City.
Big break for the Tigers, but we feel the Panthers' pain with that punt catch.
Well, that's only one coming back to us because we've done it ourselves. Rolling out to the left is Cotton. He's going to throw a pass. It's going to be a nice catch by Browning Anderson. He goes down low to catch that one down around the 24-yard line. That's right around the first down marker. It should be 10 yards and a first down. They do give them the 10 yards and the first down. So 1st and 10 Tigers, 11:23 to go here in the second quarter. Tigers already lead by 10, 16-6. Looking for more here with a 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line of Pell City. Pistol formation for the Tigers. Receivers to either side. Motion by Slaughter. Harris trying the left side. He's going to take it ahead for 3 yards on that play.
I tell you, Harris did a good job of getting anything on that play and a very good job falling forward, and there's another flag on the field, Keith. It was right here in front of the Pell City bench. That was a holding. It was quick. It wouldn't have been motion or they would have blown it dead. Illegal shift. Tigers.
So take that 3-yard gain off the books and put the 7th penalty of the night up against the Tigers. It started off fairly even. It was 4 penalties apiece early on, but the Tigers have picked up the last Well, I'll take that back. They did pick up 5 yards on the offsides against Pell City, but
well, he marked off 5, and now he's marking off 5 some more. How is the illegal shift 10-yard penalty?
No, they went from the line of scrimmage. That was a first down play.
Okay, it was first down play. Well, I know he marked back, I guess, from where the ball stopped.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. 1st and 15 for the Tigers.
3 receivers to the right. Cotton looking that way. He's going to throw it in the flat to Slaughter. Slaughter catches it, turns it upfield real quick, has a first down and more. He's racing for the end zone. He's going to get inside the 5, down around the 4-yard line. So that's a quick gain of 21 yards for Slaughter. And well, let's see where they spot it. Maybe it's a 20-yard gain. Looks like it's going to be right at the 5-yard line. It's a 20-yard gain on that completion, but the Tigers convert the first down on 1st and 15. So 30 yards through the air so far, 2 for 2 in the passing department on this possession following the muff punt from Pell City. 10:24 and counting here in the second. Tigers 1st and goal. Hand it to Harris. Harris looking for his 3rd touchdown of the first half. He's not going to get it on this play as he runs hard, but he gets down inside the 3 to the 2. So give him 3 yards on that carry. Didn't even look like he'd get 3 yards, but where they're spotting it down, it would be a 3-yard gain.
Looked like he kind of fell forward right there at the end, very close to the goal line, but they had just blew it dead. So 2nd and goal from close. Maybe 2.
The senior, Harris, no, they're going to throw a pop pass. Pugh, LeCaviante Pugh, with the touchdown for the Tigers. That'll make the score 22-6 in favor of
threw it or caught it?
No, he caught it.
Okay,
Cotton to Pugh. It was just a tight end dump, and we were just discussing that on the way up here, Doug and I, how Pugh was very involved in the offense early in the season. We saw him with a 30-yard reception up at Russell County in the Jamboree. He had a 67-yard catch against Stanhope, but we haven't seen him much the last couple of weeks.
Sure haven't.
He had a nice touchdown catch against Greenville, just an outstanding catch as he was falling to the ground. Looks like the Tigers will kick this one as it'll be Wingate in. Cooper Wingate kicks up. Kick is good. So with 9:45 to go in the first half of play, Eufaula leads by the score of 25-6.
Well, they only wanted to give us 1 point on our first 2-point conversion. They just gave us 2 points for a single kick. They have 26-6 on the board, but it's actually 25-6. 9:14, still a long time left in the second quarter of play. Great job by the Tigers. 4 possessions, scored on 3 of them, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it would be 2 separate possessions since they muffed the punt.
Yeah, it was. That's how I counted it. That possession only took 1:45 off the clock. Tigers with not a lot of time possession as they've been moving quickly. Actually, snapping the ball a lot of times with over 20 seconds still on the play clock.
As we see our long kicker actually coming out to handle the kickoff duties on this one, it'll be interesting. We heard from their people earlier, they have a terrible time with the little pooch kicks. So I won't be surprised if we don't see Wingate at some point try that.
Salas booms it away, going to kick it down inside the 10 to the 6-yard line, bringing it back up the middle, and he's going to break the initial containment. And a nice solo tackle that time by Zion Martin.
They said he wasn't down? Come on!
I missed it. I looked it down to see who made the tackle.
He got popped, and he was sitting. He might have been sitting on our player's leg. I don't know about that one.
Well, as it is, it's a kickoff return for touchdown. I wish I could see the replay. I looked down, did not see it until he was across the midfield as I was looking for the Eufaula player who made the tackle. It looked like Zion Martin had made the tackle for Eufaula, but apparently it was a Michael Dyer type play.
It was a pretty good pop from the Tigers in that. Unless he was sitting on a Tiger's leg and then got up somehow. They're discussing it out there. They're not going to take it away from his home crew, but folks, I don't think that was the case on that one. Like you said, y'all at home can back it up, and we can't. But it was a heck of a play by the young man if he did not go down, because it sure looked like he was down.
I don't know. Can you go back on a live broadcast and back it up? I'm just not sure if you can or not.
I would think on the YouTube you could,
Maybe
but I'm
so.
not sure.
About to look and see if I can find out.
There you go. Actually, they're coming over and talking to the Pell City coach. There's a flag. There was a flag at the 33-yard line, and he is fussing at some coaches. Apparently, they're going to wind up with a sideline warning, and the touchdown's going to stand. So after much discussion, that's what they're going to work out.
Now they still have the Eufaula points wrong. No, it's right. 23, not 25. 23. Because we were up 16-6 and scored a touchdown. 23 to 12 now.
Jarrell wants an explanation as the head official is going to go over and talk to him. That was first off, it was a little sketchy that he wasn't down. Second off, it was sketchy that there was a flag right in front of the bench, and they took a long time.
He was upset.
And their coach was upset. But then all of a sudden, it's a sideline warning, and they allow the touchdown to stand. That's right. I was sitting here thinking, didn't they have a warning earlier? We thought they did.
I don't know.
But,
Yeah, that was an unfortunate situation. That's the first kickoff return for touchdown against the Tigers this year. 9:27 to go on the clock, and it's 23-12 with a point after touchdown forthcoming. And if they get the snap down good, you wouldn't expect this kicker to miss it. So it could go back to a 10-point lead here with a lot of time still left to go in the second quarter. And Doug, this has been a relatively slow first half. It's kind of more reminiscent of the Headland game 3 weeks ago. A lot of penalties. It's a slow first half. Not exactly what you want to see if you're a Tiger fan with a long trip home.
Well, this probably matches their high point total for the year.
They scored 21 against Moody the opening game. They scored 10 against Leeds and 10 against Centerpoint. They were shut out against Clay Chalkville.
Yeah, I heard they didn't have a lot of offense in that game.
But this will be the, of course, it was a special teams touchdown there on the kickoff return for touchdown. There's a kick. It's up.
A lot of pressure right up the middle.
And the kick is good, so 23-13 is the score.
9 minutes, 27 seconds remaining in the first half. Eufaula 23, Pell City 13.
So it is homecoming for Pell City tonight. If you tuned in late, if you missed it, we got here in time for the tail end of the Pell City homecoming parade. Yeah, he's talking to the player here, so why would he be getting on to a player if it was a sideline warning, right?
Yeah, he's definitely getting on to, is it 85? No, 65.
I thought it was 35, but you may be
65.
Right. 65.
Well, let's return the favor here. We haven't had a kickoff return for a touchdown that I remember so far this year.
Not this year.
Definitely not a punt return for a touchdown.
Yeah, you got to catch one to return it for any yardage.
4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Not real deep. This young man can kick it deeper than our guys are. What worries you is not if it goes in the end zone as a touchback, but if it gets down there and stops about the 1 or 2, that could be dangerous. He's got a good leg.
He approaches and boots it away. It's a high end over end kick that Coleman will go back and field at his 5-6 yard line up the near sideline. Coleman breaks in the open field across the 30, up around the 35. The guy got his jersey and he took him for a ride for about 10 yards. And it's like he's pulling a sled, Doug. If that guy had not grabbed his jersey, I think Coleman takes that all the way back. Good field position for the Tigers as they start their 5th possession of the first half, leading 23-13. A lot of scoring so far in the first half.
A lot of stats for the Tigers as they basically, with the kickoff return for a touchdown, their offense has basically been on the field for the last 3 possessions, I guess.
That's right. Handed off to Harris. He breaks free. Actually, that's going to be Chubb Nelson. Nelson in the open field there's a flag thrown behind the play.
Of course.
They threw a flag on the Eufaula sideline behind the play at the 41-yard line of Pell City. Nelson went all the way down around the 15-yard, inside, I guess around the 20-yard line, maybe even inside the 20-yard line. That would have been about a 45-yard run for Chubb Nelson. As it is, they're going to call holding against Eufaula out in the open field. Anytime you travel 3 hours away from home, these officials won't call another Eufaula game this year unless it happened to be a playoff game. So,
all right, how many penalties are we at now?
Doug, I'd have to add it up, but we're up around 9 penalties against Eufaula.
I would have figured more than that. We're still a quarter and a half, so if you figure we wind up with, say, 12, and was that just us?
No, they've got about 6.
So,
I'll add it up at halftime.
So 15-ish.
Rough-ish.
Oh, so we may be looking at 40 penalties on the night the way we're going.
Probably so.
Wow.
Headland all over again. So that was a 24-yard for Nelson. There was a good throw by Cotton and catch by Tron Mitchell for 13 yards.
That's 125 yards on the night and 12 attempts for Cotton. We'll have the halftime stats coming up, but good job so far.
Got a handoff to Nelson. Nelson looking for daylight. He cuts it back inside. Pugh was kind of trying to block to the, seal him inside, and instead of going outside that block, Nelson tried to cut it inside of it where he was blocking. It kind of clogged it up. It's only a 4-yard gain on that play. Looked like it could have been a bigger gain than that, but second down 6 now. 8:15 and counting here in the second quarter. Eufaula leading by 10, 23-13. Cotton looking to throw, sets up a screen to Pugh. Pugh's going to lower his head, keeps his balance and breaks 2 tackles. Now he's dragging 2 guys. Never did go down. He goes out of bounds after a nice gain down around the 20-yard line. They snapped that from the 33-yard line. He goes out of bounds inside the they're going to spot him out of bounds actually at the 21-yard line. I still think that's a 13-yard gain, I believe, on that pass play. Another Tiger first down, 3 already on this possession. They're moving quickly down the field. Stops the clock with 8:01 to go in the first half. Motion by Slaughter. It'll be a give to Nelson. Straight up the middle is Nelson. Nelson's breaking tackles as he takes it inside the 10. It'll be a first and goal for the Tigers and give Nelson, I believe that's going to be 13 more yards. So 13 yards on 3 consecutive plays. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. 13, 13, and 13. But the first 2 were pass plays. That was a 13-yard run. It'll be a first and goal Tigers from the 9-yard line of Pell City. Nelson is the running back. Slaughter goes across the formation. Going to roll out. Slaughter was the first option. They're going to throw it in the end zone now to Slaughter, I believe. It's going to be a touchdown. Nice improvisation that time as they were trying to hit Slaughter on a quick pass in the flats. The linebacker covered Slaughter that time, but instead of just running out of bounds, Slaughter turned it upfield, went up the sidelines, and Cotton led him into the end zone. Slaughter caught it over his shoulder for the touchdown. That 9-yard touchdown pass. And that drive covered 65 yards, actually 75 after the penalties. So 7:23, it was a very quick possession once again, only a minute 54 seconds off the clock. Tigers going to kick the extra point. Wingate's in, kicks up. It hits the good hands of the All-State net behind the goalpost, and the Tigers lead 30-13.
Good job by the offense. They've shown up, done good tonight. Defense has done a pretty good job. Only, the touchdown they had was aided by several penalties, and then the touchdown on the kickoff. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to watch closely this time to make sure somebody's all the way down. As I'm not sure what happened out there on the field, but I thought he was talking to official. He's actually talking to his players, the coach on the I guess that's the east end. I keep wanting to call it the west end, and I know better. But we'll see what the Tigers do here. They may come out and pooch kick it with Wingate. And listening to their radio people and their folks before the game, they really seem like they have trouble with pooch kicks for some reason, but it's not going to be Wingate. It's going to be our deep kicker again, which I have no problem with that neither. Kick it deep. Does a great job for the Tigers. 7:23, if you just joined us, left in the second quarter of play. 30-13, the Tigers lead over the Panthers.
This will be the first Pell City offense. It's a good kick down to the 3-yard line. And a slow developing return this time as he's going to break initial tackle. He's going to pick up some blocks. He's in the open field again. I don't think I've ever seen back-to-back kickoff returns for touchdowns, but he's not going to make it as Tron Mitchell runs him out of bounds. But a fine return as he takes it all the way down to the 48-yard line of Eufaula. So something to work on for next week, Doug, is this will only be the third possession for the Pell City offense with 7:08 to go.
And one possession started at our 49. This one's, at their 49. This one starts at our 48. Quick update. Central was taking on IMG Academy. Of course, everybody knows IMG Small College down out of Florida came up against the ESPN tonight. Central got off to a good start, but with 3 minutes left, it's 41-26 IMG Academy.
First and 10, Pell City from the 48 of Eufaula. They're going to run a toss sweep, just the old traditional toss. It didn't work. Loss of half a yard for Pell City.
Number of the ball carrier, tell you, he was a big young man. He got a downhill running start. Was it number 7? I'm not exactly sure.
No, I don't think so.
He looked like he was going to have a running start to run over somebody, but a good job. I'm not sure who on the Eufaula defense stood up to him, but they knocked him backwards.
I think that's number 5 at their tailback position. We'll have to check and see the size on that. Handoff once again to the running back, and it's a good play by Yanze, I believe, coming from behind and bringing him down after a gain of 3 yards. But that could have been a big play for their running game if Yanze had not hustled on that play and come back from behind and made the tackle.
Diving from behind and long arms just reached out and gathered him in, held it to a 3-yard gain. So the ball at the Tigers' 45-yard line, 3rd and 7 for the Panthers with just now under 6 minutes to go in the second quarter of play.
3rd and 7. Figure trailing by 17, this is probably 4 down territory for Pell City. Going to throw a pass. It's going to be complete. Broken tackle.
2 broken tackles. That was just a good job by 14.
Going to go for a touchdown. 45 yards. Just good job by 14, but poor job of tackling. They were trying to strip the ball from him instead of putting him on the ground.
Yeah, they can actually get over here and get after the defense at halftime because they've got a few things they can work on.
So that was a very quick possession for Pell City, a 3-play touchdown drive. No penalties on that possession for Pell City as they're going to line up to kick the extra point. There's a kick. It's up and it's easily good. It hit way back there near the bathrooms. 30-20, the score. I tell you what, Doug. In a situation like this, Pell City's offense is not prolific. You don't want to give up a chunk play. You want to let them make a mistake.
Absolutely.
Make them snap the ball, and 2 players that time had an opportunity to tackle, and both of them looked like trying to strip the football from the player rather than put him on the ground.
Well, it's a 10-point game with still a half of a quarter to go. And, just sitting here watching it, you feel like Eufaula's 25 points ahead. It's only 10 on the scoreboard, and it's been the big plays that's kept them in the game.
Well, they have a kickoff return for touchdown. It was a long one. It was about a 95-yard kickoff return. And then a 45-yard touchdown pass play. And on their other touchdown drive, they completed a 25-yard pass to get the 1st and goal. So,
well, the only good thing about this situation is our offense can sub folks in and out. We got different running backs going in and out. The second half, we're going to see if that defense for the Panthers is in shape because they've been out there a long time this first half.
So it'll be Eufaula looking to take the ball for the 6th time. It's a squib kick this time. They're going to squib it. It's going to be Coleman again. He misses the ball. He's got to retreat. He's going to go down on the ground, and that's where the Tigers will take it to the 10-yard line. You never go down to a knee to pick the ball up. He kind of panicked that time, and when he went down on his knees to pick it up, it's not the NFL. You're down. So the Tigers were their easily worst starting field position. It comes at a bad time after Pell City just scored quickly in 3 plays.
Yeah, we're only a mistake away from having a ball game on our hands here at halftime.
5:32 to go in the second quarter. So the Tigers a long way away. Going to bring motion. Actually, he's going to shift Pugh over to the left, wide side. They're going to hand it off to the back. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. He can be spun down and no gain on that play. You know, seems like, Doug, the 3 and out, we started that way with a no gain rush on first down, then back-to-back incomplete passes. You can see there's a little momentum for Pell City now after they've scored the last 2 times they've had their hands on the football. Once on the kickoff return, once on the long pass play. Cotton takes, looking to throw. He's going to throw a pass. It's going to be good catch by Tron Mitchell, and the Tigers do convert the first down, 11 yards, I believe, on that throw and catch from Cotton to Mitchell, and it'll be a Tiger first down. Move the chains, stops the clock on the out-of-bounds play with 4:54 to go in the first half. 30-20, Eufaula leads. A lot of points here in the first half. The clock's back in motion. Thought he went out of bounds, but it's at 4:45 now. Going to throw a tunnel screen to Slaughter. Slaughter breaks a tackle, gets upfield. They're trying to strip the ball from him, actually. He's going to get across the 36-yard line.
They're going to have a man down. Slaughter put a move on him, and one of his own guys took him out there. He's slow getting up. I was fixing to say we'll take commercial, but he's to his feet. But the trainer's out on the field. I think he got a pretty good pop to the helmet. I don't think he knows exactly what county he's in.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's a little woozy. He's not sure if he's in St. Clair or Jefferson County at this point.
So that was a 6-yard pass play, I guess. That gives Cotton 164 yards on 16 attempts here in the second quarter. They whistle it back in. The clock starts. 4:26. Because of the injury, it was a 25-second play clock. We're down to 15 as we get back out on the field.
I hope we're aware of that. There are play clocks on either end of the field, but this is about as late as we go.
Yep.
It's 7 on the play clock. We're going to get it off with 5. Pump fake. He's going to throw it behind his intended receiver that time. Anderson was open. Just a little miscommunication. It went behind him. Anderson would have caught it in stride. He'd have had big yardage on that play, as he'd had one man to beat, and then it would have been a foot race. As it is, it's going to be incomplete, and they're going to bring up third and almost 5 yards to go. 4:04 on the clock, and here in the first half, Eufaula leading by 10, 30-20. Cotton takes a snap, rolling to his right. Rolling. He's going to run it this time. He's going to pull it down. He's going to pick up his first down. Good job by the senior quarterback that time.
He reached out and got that first down there.
Right. So the Tigers convert and move the chains once again on a 6-yard run by Copeland Cotton.
3:57 definitely went out of bounds that time. As we'll watch, it's right in front of the Tiger bench on that hash mark. The Tigers have the ball with a fresh set of downs. Only leading by 10.
Handoff to Harris. Harris tries the middle of the line once again, and the Tigers were finding quite a bit of success early on, but must be an adjustment by Pell City because they've held the Tigers in check recently. 3-yard gain on that play. Second down and 7. But the good thing is the Tigers are taking some time off the clock here as the clock continues to roll with 3:34 and counting here in the first quarter. Tigers in no hurry. They've scored quick all night.
Watch for Slaughter on one of those toss sweeps or just a sweep around the end. If we bounce it up the middle like that several times, it comes not far after that.
3 receivers wide side left. Cotton looking to throw. Going to throw it deep this time. Has a man there. Tron Mitchell just about a foot outside of Tron's reach that time as he was wide open 2 steps behind the defensive back. And Cotton aired it out, showed a good arm that time as he threw it from the 30 all the way down around the 10-yard line, about 60 yards in the air that time from Cotton. But the pass is incomplete. It'll
so
be
close.
Be 3rd down and 7.
Quickly up to the line of scrimmage when they try to draw them off sides here.
Tigers have been successful a couple of times, but they will snap it. Going to look to throw this time. Cotton's going to flush. He's going to look to throw. He has a man down here, but the momentum carries him along, and that's going to be a punting situation on the 4th and 7 for the Tigers. A couple of incompletions here after a 3-yard gain, and the Tigers are looking at punting.
Well, it gives the Panthers a chance. Boy, if you would have... Did he say flag?
No, I didn't hear anything about it.
If you'd have told them that they was within 10 points with a chance to make it 3 at halftime 15, 20 minutes ago, they surely would have taken that, because it's just been mostly all Tigers here in the first half, but we just can't pull away from them because of the big plays. A high snap gets it away.
So end over end kick that they're going to let hit, and this takes a big, and he's going to field it. He's going to field it and be tackled immediately at the 23-yard line.
That's the same receiver that broke 2 tackles to score on earlier. They made sure he was down there. So with 2:47 to go in the second quarter of play, Panthers get the ball back, trailing by 10 to the Eufaula Tigers.
I bet they talked about tackling over on the sideline in between these last possessions, because it was a poor tackling that led to that touchdown on the last time Pell City had it. So 23-yard line, Pell City.
Coleman covering number 14 that scored. It's lined up to the wide side of the field to the right.
Shotgun snap. They're going to hand it to the back, who's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage and be taken down. It looks like maybe a gain of a yard on the play. So give him a yard. Maybe a yard and a half. We'll call it 2 yards on that play from where they're going to spot it down. It's closer to the 26-yard line. 2:25 the clock rolling here in the second quarter. Eufaula leading by 10, 30-20, closer than we expected.
Got away with movement on the right side.
Quarterback going to throw back this time. Has a man there, and it's incomplete. Moss on the coverage for Eufaula. It's incomplete. That stops the clock with 2:07. It's going to be 3rd and 8. And Doug, I tell you, we talk about the ebb and flow of this. If they throw a pass incomplete here, Eufaula's got plenty of time to go down and score.
Two timeouts, and Pell City still has 3 timeouts. The Tigers took 1 timeout, actually on the 2-point conversion when they took a timeout and got the 2-point conversion. So,
yeah.
What was that about?
So 3rd and 8. They're going to throw a pass. It's going to be diving attempt, and he's going to be incomplete, out of bounds. So that stops the clock with exactly 2 minutes on the clock. So Pell City takes 47 seconds off the clock, and that is all. 2 yards gained. And it'll be a punt for Pell City. Browning Anderson drops back. This is the time it would be interesting, Doug. You probably tell him don't get around the ball. Just stay away from it. You don't want to give them any chance of getting the ball back here in the first half.
I'd almost go after it if I was going. Just let it roll. Not at this point. The offense is doing too well.
A lot of pressure. I don't know how he got it away. It hits, takes a Pell City bounce, but Eufaula's going to come out of this with good field position up around their 48-yard line with 1:48 to go in the first half. Eufaula has the football only 52 yards away.
And quickly out, the Tigers has the offense out quick. But the officials going to have to take a minute and get back up the field and set the chains before they'll let them go. But Cotton has them ready to go. They want to put some more points on the board. 30 points in the first half so far for the Tigers.
Rolling to the right, looking downfield, going to throw a pass. It's going to be complete. Anderson catches it in Pell City territory at the 40-yard line. 12-yard gain for Eufaula. and a first down. Stops the clock with 1:40, only 8 seconds that play took. I believe Eufaula with all three. No, Eufaula has 2 timeouts, as they called it a timeout after the
extra point, yeah.
Second touchdown. Still 2 timeouts, plenty of time. Pugh shifts over to the right side, snapping from the right hash mark. They'll hand it off to Harris. Harris is going to go forward for maybe 2 yards on that play. Clock still rolling, 1:25 and counting. Tigers not in any particular hurry here, as they never huddle anyway. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Once again, pistol formation. 3 receivers split to the wide side left. Cotton takes, looking to throw. He's going to pull it down now. He's going to flush to the right. He pump fakes. He's going to dive out of bounds. Kind of lost his footing after a short gain. He goes to about the 34-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 4 on that play. They'll bring up a it brings up a 3rd down conversion situation, 3rd and 4.
1:02, he did go out of bounds, so it does stop the clock. Tigers quickly up. Tired Panther defense already.
3rd down, they're going to hand it to Harris. Harris going to try the middle, and he's going to be close to a first. No, they're going to.
They marked him way back.
Where did he go down? Is that him laying on the ground? He is. I couldn't tell if that was him or one of the linemen, but he only picked up about.
We took a time.
About a yard, so it's going to be 4th down. The first down would come at the 30-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 3. That's only a gain of a yard on that play.
Well, the timeout, we'll take a timeout too and be back after this commercial break.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Sam Wise in Eufaula today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Attention contractors, is your metal roofing provider slowing you down? APEC Metal Express fills orders within a week. 40-year finish warranty, 17 different colors, and multiple truss styles. Work more and wait less.
50 seconds left in the second quarter. Tigers lead 30-20 over the Pell City Panthers. Tigers with a 4th down conversion coming up here. Cotton and the team is already out on the field.
It's actually an important play, Doug,
is.
because if the Tigers can convert it and put more points on the board, Eufaula goes in feeling pretty good about the first half. If not, Pell City feels pretty good about the first half, staying within 10. And they still have an opportunity to do something else before the end of the half offensively. Tigers 4th and 3. Cotton takes. He's going to be flushed. He's going to roll out. He has plenty of room. They're going to throw a flag behind the play. My goodness. Cotton picks up his first down.
And look at where he threw the flag. There was nobody even blocking that far back. 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. No, sir.
It's the same white hat that's throwing all the holding calls.
And that was an 8.6 second play.
Yeah. So it just turns it into a situation where the Tigers are going to have to punt. It was a strategic penalty. I mean, we were watching it, folks. You can watch it, replay it. If you can't replay it now, rewind it back and watch it later. But we certainly didn't see a hold at all. It just looked like when it became obvious that Cotton was in the open field and was going to pick up a first down, and the Tigers have an opportunity to score, the penalty flag was thrown. So form your own opinion. It's going to be, instead of 1st and 10, Eufaula from the 22-yard line with 41 seconds to go. It's going to be Eufaula dropping back in punt formation. So once again, it's going to be, we'll call it an 18-yard penalty that time.
Clock starts back. I'd let we snap it with 18 seconds left. Nobody deep for Pell City. I would have let the clock run down to almost nothing there, as that'll go out of bounds.
We had about
bounds, right 15 seconds. We could have taken off more.
Yeah, it went out of bounds right where we would have had it 1st and 10 with 41 seconds to go. Key penalty, I'm making a note.
Well, them lining up here, if they're going to take a shot, and you feel like they will, the only thing they've had positive happen is to get the ball to number 14 on the wide side of the field, and he broke tackles earlier. He is into the game, and he's lining up to the wide side of the field, which is in front of the Pell City Panthers bench. Pell City has 2 timeouts. Actually, it says Pell City has 1 timeout, but I think that they should have. Didn't we take the timeout a while ago?
It says Pell City has 3 timeouts.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong spot. Yes, Pell City has all 3 timeouts, which should be correct. Now they're just going to take a knee and look for halftime. And you know, Tiger should be ahead by more than 10 points, but you know, you go by what the scoreboard says, 30-20 at halftime.
And Pell City will receive the second half kickoff. So you know, it's one of those. It's a dangerous situation here. You don't want them to get any closer than 10 points because of belief and momentum is a strange thing. Eufaula actually led 30-13 before they gave up a 45-yard touchdown pass there about midway through the second quarter. And so where we stand at halftime, there's no points the last 5 or 6 minutes of the second quarter. But that's where we stand. 50 points scored in the first half, 30-20. Eufaula leads. We're going to step aside for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll let you enjoy the Tiger Band, and then we'll have some halftime stats. When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Sam Wise in Eufaula today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Call State Farm agent Sam Wise in Eufaula today.
Attention contractors, is your metal roofing provider slowing you down? APEC Metal Express fills orders within a week. 40-year finish warranty, 17 different colors, and multiple truss styles. Work more and wait less.
In sports, the goal is to be the best. The same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. That's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Eufaula, call Alpha agents Keith or Brooke Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula, Alabama. Call 334-687-0358.
Benny Whitehead Incorporated has called Eufaula home since 1965. Today, the family-owned business owns and operates 119 tractors and trailers and employs over 150 people. Benny Whitehead is nationally known as a leader in safety and keeping the air clean and fuel consumption low. Benny Whitehead Incorporated loves Eufaula and would like to wish Lakeside and Eufaula safe and successful seasons.
Somebody cannot come to us, we go to them. It's something that we do on a regular basis, something we don't mind doing, and we work on a contingency basis.
No one has to pay us any money up front.
They do not have to pay us unless we collect for them, unless we are successful in resolving their case through a settlement or through trial.
They don't have to pay us any money unless we get favorable results for them. If you're hurt in a car wreck, call Penn and Seaborn. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Does your IT infrastructure or computer equipment have you sidelined? Don't throw in the towel yet. Call Chris Wertz at Wertz Consulting at 334-695-2820.
The family at Impressive Collision Center has been in business since 1940.
That's impressive.
Your transportation is one of the largest investments you have, so keep it looking new at Impressive. From a major crash to a small dent, Impressive can help.
Now impressive.
They work closely with all insurance companies and give you a great price on your minor mishaps.
Wow, impressive.
And don't forget to check out all the accessories from install winches, brush guards, and bed covers.
Impressive. Give them a call. Impressive Collision Center, 317 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-4400.
Easy Metal Building Kits, pole barns, and metal roofing supplies. APEC Metal Express carries multiple kit sizes and colors with at-home DIY instruction. APEC Metal Express. Fast delivery, superior quality, excellent customer service.
Precision Body Works is a state-of-the-art collision facility dedicated to providing customers with outstanding service and a quality repair experience. We have been serving Eufaula and the surrounding areas for over 20 years and have earned a reputation as being a premier collision repair center. Precision Body Works uses environmentally friendly PPG water-based paint and also offers 24-hour record service as well as top-of-the-line accessories from such brands as Cam Locker, Ranch Hand, Retrax, Weston, and WeatherTech. We are located at 1210 North Eufaula Avenue or call us at 334-687-4700.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? Is it a cool lake breeze on a hot summer day or by a warm fire on a cold night? Make every room in the house as inviting as the next. Also, make the air fresh and clean for everyone and keep humidity where it belongs. At Carrier, comfort means more than just the temperature. Contact Brown Heating and Air Condition, 714 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-5244.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Hey Tiger fans, this is Lauren Streeter with Wiregrass Realty, and I'm here to tackle all your real estate needs. Let's team up and make a touchdown on your new home. Give me a call today, 334-614-7409. Go Tigers!
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? Is it a cool lake breeze on a hot summer day or by a warm fire on a cold night? Make every room in the house as inviting as the next. Also, make the air fresh and clean for everyone and keep humidity where it belongs. At Carrier, comfort means more than just the temperature. Contact Brown Heating and Air Condition, 714 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-5244.
Hey Tiger fans, this is Lauren Streeter with Wiregrass Realty, and I'm here to tackle all your real estate needs. Let's team up and make a touchdown on your new home. Give me a call today, 334-614-7409. Go Tigers!
In sports, the goal is to be the best. The same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. That's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Eufaula, call Alpha agents Keith or Brooke Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue.
We're
back in Pell City in the Brown Heat and Air broadcast booth at Pete Ridge Stadium on the campus of Pell City High School. The Tigers lead the Pell City Panthers 30-20 here at halftime. The Tigers did receive the opening kickoff. They moved all the way down for a touchdown. It was 2 touchdowns by the senior Red Harris in the first half. The first one was a 3-yard variety. The second one was a 31-yard touchdown run. Very nice touchdown run by the senior Harris. Tigers actually led 16-6 at one point in this game, and then they ended up going up 30-13. But they had 3 different 10-point leads. Though they led 16-6, 23-13, and then 30-20. Credit to the Panthers, they figured out ways to score. One of those was very questionable. We went back and looked at it. It looked like the player might have been down on that kickoff. It looked awful down to me, but hard to tell. We'll have to look on the big screen later on. But you have the ability on YouTube if you want to go back and look at that. It came after the third Tiger touchdown when it was 23-6. But at any rate, the Tigers very successful first half. 40 plays overall the Tigers ran, 306 yards of total offense, 13 first downs in the first 24 minutes. But the penalties, we talked about the penalties. The Tigers overall on offense were penalized 8 times for 82 yards in the first half. One penalty for 10 yards against the Tiger defense. So 9 penalties for 92 yards against the Tigers in the first half. Against Pell City, there were 4 penalties for 35 yards, Doug, but 3 of those penalties came on the Tigers' first offensive possession against the Pell City defense. 3 penalties. One of those was a 15-yard face mask penalty. So 4 penalties for 35 yards against Pell City. We've yet to see a hold called against Pell City, and they've called holding at least 3 times against Eufaula, and that's why there's such a discrepancy in the yardage. The most glaringly obvious one was right there at the end of the first half when it would have been 1st and 10 for the Tigers at 22 with the opportunity to blow this score open at halftime. The penalty thrown well behind the play where really no one was standing. So Pell City 19 plays offensively for 93 yards in the first half, 3 first downs for Pell City. As we said, the kickoff return, that was a 94-yard kickoff return for Pell City for the touchdown, and then a 45-yard touchdown pass for Pell City. Just a couple of missed tackles for Eufaula. It looked like they were trying to strip the football and instead of make the tackle. And credit to the receiver, Colin Smith of Pell City, is he broke those 2 tackles. He's a senior wide receiver. He has a couple of big catches. He had a 25-yard reception to set up their first touchdown, a diving reception to give them 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. So 2 receptions for Smith. Just those 2 receptions went for 70 yards. So a big night for that senior on homecoming here at Pell City High School. As Eufaula made the long trip up here to be their homecoming opponent. And still 24 minutes of football left. It's going to be imperative on the Tiger defense. They did a pretty good job the first half. They held Pell City to 93 yards. Half of those yards pretty much so on that one pass play, Doug. We talked about 2 receptions for Smith, 70 yards on those two receptions. He had 70 on 2 plays, 70 yards of their 93 yards of total offense. So the Tigers just need to clean things up a little bit.
Looking at the individual stats, we're usually pretty close on those. Bedford, the quarterback, was only 3 for 9 in the first half for 75 yards. We know 2 of those coming to Smith, maybe all 3 of them, who knows. In the running department, it was number 10, the running back. He had 5 carries for 4 yards. Bedford, the quarterback, 3 carries for 13 yards, which came on a couple of plays he made very good reads on. And had number 3 for 2 carries for 3 yards. So 10 carries on offense for them for only 20 yards, 3 for 9 in the passing department for only 75 yards of offense. You look over on the Eufaula side, of course, it was Harris getting it done on the ground with 2 big carries. He had a 31-yard carry and a 21-yard carry. He has 14 carries at the half for 88 yards. Slaughter had 1 carry for 2 yards, but he had some pass receptions. The Tigers total on offense carried the ball 23 times for 119 yards. Cotton had a big night passing. He only went 1 for 4 of his last 4 passes, 3 incompletions in a row. He was pretty hot until then. He wound up 14 of 20 for 176 yards in the first half. So a great job in the passing department. I know a lot of those coming to Brooks Anderson number 6 for the Tigers, getting it done in the receiving department. But just keep doing what they're doing. They put 30 points on the board in the first half. If they can just continue to do it and the defense can slow them down, just stop the big plays, the Tigers will be fine.
Well, Doug, honestly, if the Tigers just don't turn the ball over, I think they'll be fine. The only time they really only failed to score one time, and that was at the end of the first half. They punted one time, but they recovered the muff.
Went 3 and out, punted, and got the fumbled punt, and then right before the half. And really and truly, I think we would have scored. We were moving the ball pretty good, but the big holding penalty just kind of shot that in the foot.
That's right. So really, if the Tigers can just hold on to the football, don't turn the ball over, continue to do what they're doing, they should get out of here and be okay. But you never know. 10-point lead is not that much. Pell City's done a good job of manufacturing points and staying close in this ball game. After Eufaula took the opening kickoff down and scored, went for 2, got it, went up 8-0. Then Pell City answered. There was a big defensive holding penalty that kept that drive alive on 3rd and 10. And credit to Pell City, they were able to convert a pass, get a 1st and goal, and ultimately score a touchdown to draw within 2, 8-6. Then Eufaula drove back down, went for 2 again, went up 16-6. Then the Tigers went up 23-6. Pell City answered with that kickoff return, ensuing kickoff return. Then the Tigers scored, went up 30-13, but that was short-lived, only 3 plays. It was a good kickoff return once again by Pell City, put them in good shape at the Tiger 48-yard line. It took 3 plays on 3rd down and 8. Pell City converted a 45-yard touchdown pass, and that's where we stand at halftime, 30-20. So they're late on the halftime. Shouldn't that be a penalty against the home team, Doug? They've already put 3 minutes back on the clock. They put 3 minutes back on the clock.
Yes, and we've seen it called on us before. We've seen it called, but you're not going to see it called here tonight. Officials, are the officials even back out on the field?
They are. They're over there with Eufaula, actually.
There's one down there just now coming back out.
Pell City is on the sidelines. Their football team is on the sidelines ready to start the second half, but it's just that the halftime festivities, I guess credit to them, they let the Eufaula band play. The Eufaula band made the long trip up here, and they let them perform at halftime.
Well, generally you see when you have something like that, either the homecoming court or whatever's before the game, or the band plays before the game of the home team. Tonight, it was the homecoming court was announced before the game, but I thought they were done with all that. But after their band played, they brought the homecoming court back out, introduced them again to announce the king and queen, I guess, or however, whatever all that is. But nevertheless, we're real close to starting the second half here. Tigers need to get out. It'll be Wingate handling the kickoff duties for the Tigers. So we kept hearing they have trouble with the pooch, all this over and over and over again. They have been leaving a big void in the field right behind the front line. And as you see on camera, they're leaving about a 15 or 20-yard void out there again. Haven't picked up that Wingate's kicking off, and he's good at putting it right in that spot.
So here we go. 24 minutes of football left here from Pell City High School. Pete Ridge Stadium, the Brown Hingham Air broadcast booth. We're about to get underway. Cooper Wingate pushes it up. He kicks it right down kind of in that void. They do call for the fair catch, and they make it inside the 30. We'll see where they spot it. I think it's going to be right around the 25-yard line. That's where they put it, 25-yard line. So that's a very effective pooch kick there. First and 10, Pell City from the 25.
Their first drive, they came out, made some good reads with the quarterback, and they moved the ball a little bit. Really, the first drive was the most effective drive with the exception of the long touchdown pass that they had. So we'll see what kind of adjustments they've made at halftime. Of course, Steve Mass, the longtime coach at St. Paul's, came up here. I'm sure that he's very good at making adjustment. We'll see what they did as they'll come out first and 10 here against the Tigers.
Wide receiver left and right. They'll hand it off to their back straight up the middle, and he is going to go nowhere. Give him a yard on that play as the interior of the defensive line just collapsed on him that time. It looks like 97 Xavier Dennis in on that tackle, along with whichever player is on the ground with the injury for Eufaula.
So something 3, maybe 33. I can't tell. Last number's 3. They're going to well, he's actually getting up as we say that, so we'll keep it right here. He's going to hobble off the field. Looks like a twisted ankle or something.
Senior Zaylon Glover also in on that tackle that time. So a gain of a yard on that play. Good job by the Tiger defense stopping that. Free timeout for coach for the Pell City coaches as they brought, I guess for both coaches, the defense for Eufaula went to the sideline. Pell City came to the near sideline.
Well, I wish they'd fix our timeouts on the board before it gets late in the game. Somebody figures out that they reset their timeouts, but they didn't reset our timeouts on the board. 2nd and 9 for the Panthers.
Going to throw the ball down the field. They hang it up, but it actually it hit all the way out near the fence, just in front of the bleachers. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 now for Pell City. That was a good catch, Doug, on the timeout situation. We do need to let someone know that because, but you do see it a lot of times in high school football. The scoreboard will be incorrect on the timeouts, but this is a nice scoreboard, nice facility with the replay board up there. You wouldn't expect it to be incorrect here.
I heard one of the coaches for Central Phoenix City on the coaches show this week, and he was talking about one thing that drives him crazy when he goes over there a lot of times and they don't have the clock is still running or something. He'll open the door and they're sitting there eating a cheeseburger and you're paying him for running the clock. That gets on his nerves real quick.
7 men on the line.
Oh, good battle by Pierre.
Pressure on the quarterback, and he bats the ball back near the end zone, and it's incomplete. It's going to be 4th and 9. A good job by the Tiger defense forcing that 3 and out. So 3 and out for Pell City. 3 plays, nets 1 yard. They only take 41 seconds off the clock, which for Eufaula, that's not what they want to see. They want to see that clock go to triple zeros with the Tigers ahead.
We're going to catch this punt. I just got a feeling. We're going to catch this punt.
I don't think we're going to touch this punt.
Nah, we're going to catch this punt.
Tigers need to get the ball and get up by 3 scores here. They're going to nearly block that punt, and it's going to hit, and it hits one of the Pell City players and goes dead right at midfield. Right at midfield. So that's only a 24-yard punt. A big break for Eufaula as it hit looked like the back of one of the Pell City players. They ran down the field, and Eufaula catches a break, and they'll have the football.
You know what the feeling was then, don't you? It was indigestion from the pizza earlier, I guess. Tigers ready to go with one of the best starting field positions of the night, right at midfield.
Pistol formation once again, motion by Slaughter across. They're going to hand it off inside. Harris in the open field. He breaks a tackle. Actually, I thought he broke the tackle. That man did bring him down, but not after he picked up 16 yards.
They're going to mark him. Yes. Well, one side's got 15, one side's got 16. They're going to put him 15. 15, yeah. You know, he starts out with a great carry there, 15 yards. His first carry of the night was 21 yards.
So Tigers heavy to the right side this time. Motion by Slaughter back to the left. They're going to hand it to Harris. No, keeper by Cotton. Cotton around the end. He's going to dart out of bounds after about a 10-yard gain. We'll know they're going to spot him back for 8. Lord have mercy. We can't see where the sidelines are, but it certainly looked like he went out right on the down marker, but it gave him 8 yards on that play.
Bring up a 2nd and 2 for the Tigers. 10:45 to go in the third quarter. Tigers lead 30-20 over the Pell City Panthers.
Trip receivers to the wide side left. Cotton takes, throws it short. Completion to Tron Mitchell. It's caught and out of bounds. And so far, Coach Jernigan was talking about catching the football from the wide receivers, and so far they've done a great job today tonight catching the football. So that play was a short gain. 5 yards on that pass play. The Tigers pick up first down. 1st and 10. Gonna hand it on the jet sweep. Slaughter keeps his feet. He's gonna go. Oh my goodness.
That is such a late call. I'm telling you, Patrick pancaked a guy at the number 44. There was an official, the up back was standing right on top of it. He watched it, was bent over watching. Patrick pancaked him. Once Patrick got up, started running, the official in front of the Pell City bench threw the flag.
After Slaughter went into the end zone. Watch it, folks. We're not talking about the officials derogatory unjustly here. That's the 10th penalty against Eufaula. That's going to take a touchdown away that we actually scored. They called a phantom holding penalty at the end of the first half that probably prevented Eufaula points.
And now Mr. 14 is going to get out there dancing like he's backing us up. So we need to run right at him again and run a touchdown right over him. I tell you what, if for some reason, I don't know why, maybe they feel a little guilty. He only marked off about 5 on that, didn't he? Maybe he did 10. I don't know. Nevertheless, it'll be first down all over again. It'll be first and about 15 to where they back up to.
Yeah,
maybe 16.
He threw the flag at about the 16, 17-yard line. So 10-13 to go in the third quarter. Going to give it Slaughter to let him try it to the right side this time, to the wide side. He's looking to try to turn the corner. They horse-collared him down, and there's no flag. That's a short gain of about 2 yards on that play.
That would have been a pass because he tossed it to him.
That's right. Slaughter's got to be tired. He's just run left and right. 2nd and 13 now. They bring Zakai Steele in the game. He kind of plays the same role as Slaughter, giving Slaughter a rest. 2nd and 13. Cotton's going to throw a screen to Pugh. Pugh turning it upfield. He's inside the 15. He should have a Tiger first down. It's going to be close. He's down around the 13-yard line.
They're marking him about 2 or 3 yards. Well, no, he moved up now, maybe a yard short.
So
2 yards.
Give him a 10-yard gain on that play. It's 3rd and 2. I thought Pugh was going to pick up his first down easy on that play. It looked initially like he would. 3rd and 2. Pugh shifts over to the right side. Tigers now looking to the sidelines. There's still 10 seconds on the play clock. Pistol formation. Harris is the running back. Give me a handoff to Harris up the middle. Harris dives in. He'll have his first down as he gets down just inside the 10-yard line.
He got to the 10 and they spun him around. That's where they're going to mark him, but that'll be a first down and a 4-yard gain.
So the third first down for the Tigers on this possession. They've already scored a touchdown, but they was thrown back, called back for a very, very late holding penalty. 9:15 to go in the third quarter. 30-20. Eufaula leads. 1st and goal Tigers from the 10-yard line. Handoff. No, it's going to be a pop pass. Touchdown. Second touchdown reception of the night for LaKaviante Pugh. And that's a 10-yard completion. It's third touchdown pass of the night for Copeland Cotton. And the Tigers lead 36-20. So 14-15 for the second time tonight. And the Tigers push the lead out to 16. Doug, we've had a 17-point lead a couple times tonight, but we've given them quick points afterward.
Well, we came out, we stopped them. They could have closed the gap, but they went 3 and out. Tigers are able to put up a touchdown, and now we move, I think, on the extra point, so that'll back us up a little bit before this attempt. Yeah, they're calling a false start against the Tigers.
So I don't normally chart those type penalties, but let's go ahead and go -5 again. So that's 11 penalties for 107 yards against Eufaula. 4 penalties for 30 yards against the winless Pell City Panthers. They're a very disciplined, winless team, Doug.
Oh, yes. After this extra point attempt.
Wingates kicks up.
Long enough.
Plenty of leg.
Good.
It's good. So 37-20 with 9 minutes exactly to go here in the third quarter play. So 21 minutes of football left. The Tigers with a 3-score lead. They haven't put a point on the board yet. The clock operator's been struggling tonight.
Yeah.
He gave us 3 extra points after our third touchdown.
He's using that new math up here.
I guess so.
Watch. I got something for you to watch, Keith. I think the head official's getting tired. Maybe he'll quit throwing those flags so much. Watch and notice, I've never really seen the last 2 or 3 plays we ran from offense. He's literally lining up about 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage at least. I mean, real deep behind our backfield, which is just a little unusual. I don't know why, maybe.
Well, he alone has thrown 3 holding penalties against Eufaula.
Yeah, and 2 of them was about 17-yarders away.
That's right, and then the near side line judge threw the last one. So
he's in
at least 4 holding penalties against Eufaula tonight.
Fair catch, and he dropped it. Well, they are having trouble with it.
Yeah, they're going to fall it on the 21-yard line. So good job once again by Cooper Wingate.
A couple of more penalties by the white hat, and he'll be in contention for the most yardage tonight. That backs them up pretty deep. I mean, in the first half, they were getting great starting field position.
But they started their first position at the 49-yard line.
Yep.
Then they started the 48-yard line of Eufaula. So they only had 4 possessions in the first half. So.
Well, they kind of came out in a tight set that first set of downs. They come out now with 1 receiver wide left, 2 receivers wide to the right with 14 being guarded by Coleman. We'll see what they do.
Handoff, give to the running back. He's going to have a 4-yard gain up the 25-yard line.
I think that was number 10, the running back.
That was 10 once again. It was Marquise Bedford. Did not get the number of the Tiger making the tackle, so 2nd down and 6. 8:35 and counting here in the third quarter. 37-20. Eufaula leads. They're going to hand it off to Bedford once again. He's going to be tackled by the interior of the Tiger line. That time it was going to be Dias Barnett, a sophomore defensive tackle. And Doug, one thing I have noticed, we talked, obviously about all the sophomores on the offensive line. There are a lot of sophomores contributing for the Tigers all over the field.
There is something about that sophomore class. There's just a lot of them that's already getting a lot of playing time, and that just bodes well for the future for the Tigers.
I mean, I'm looking at the outside linebacker on the left side is Shamarion Smith, and he is a sophomore linebacker in the game right now for Eufaula. So quite a few young Tigers all over the field. 3rd down, possession play, 3rd and 4. They're going to throw a pass that's wide and short. It'll be 4th and 4, and
I'm not so sure.
You would think a punting situation.
I'm not so sure that one wasn't because of Yanze. He was being double teamed, but he got a good upfield push and kind of went right by the quarterback. And Yanze's tall enough to just going by him like that, it's going to obstruct his vision throwing the ball as it is.
So Pell City goes 3 and out on their first 2 possessions here in the second half. If the Tigers get possession of the ball here and can put the ball in the end zone, we might see a little bit quicker second half, hopefully.
No, I bet we don't see as many penalties if that's the case. They moved, got away with it. A lot of pressure. He kicks it high, but does get it away.
And it takes a big Pell City bounce. It's going to roll down to the 42-yard line of Eufaula. But still, good starting field position for Eufaula. At the 42, actually right at the 43. We'll call it the 43-yard line. So that's where Eufaula will take over for their 9th possession of the night. They have scored on all but 2 possessions tonight.
Great job by Eufaula. I tell you what, it's a perfect night for football. Coming to you from the Brown Heating and Air Conditioning broadcast booth, and he's got the temperature just right tonight. And Tigers are clicking on all cylinders on offense. Not doing bad on defense.
No, especially here in the third quarter. Motion actually shifting over is Pugh to the left side. Handoff to Chubb Nelson, and Nelson is going to be spun back down after maybe a gain of a yard on the play. So a gain of 1. Actually, it's a long one, but a gain of 1. He's out almost to the 45-yard line. That keeps the clock rolling here with 7:10 and counting here in the third quarter. 37-20, Eufaula leads.
A lot of hands on hips from those 4 guys on the line for Pell City.
Aurelius Slaughter around the left side. He dips inside. Now he comes outside. He's going to lower his head. He's going to go forward for a Tiger first down to the 44-yard line of Pell City.
That goes as a pass play as it was a toss again.
It's a 12-yard gain on that play. And a first down for Eufaula.
It was Cotton 215 yards in 25 attempts.
First and 10 from the 44-yard line. 3 receivers bunched to the wide side right. Browning Anderson split to the short side left. Nelson is the tailback. Be a pass, a tunnel screen to Slaughter. They try to spread him out or string him out that time, and they were successful as they brought him down for no gain. 6:36, clock moving here in the third. 17-point lead for Eufaula, 37-20. And Eufaula, we still have got a pretty quick pace, Doug, as there's 20 seconds on the play clock. Tigers have been snapping this pretty consistently right up around 20. They snap it with 17 that time. Going to throw the pass. It's going to be wide and incomplete, intended for Tron Mitchell down around the 35-yard line of Pell City. It's going to be a 3rd and 10 now. The Tigers, this is the longest third down conversion situation they've faced in a while. Earlier in the game, Doug, a couple of long situations they did successfully draw Pell City off sides, but there has not been a penalty against Pell City in a while now.
Those 4 guys up front are too tired to jump off sides right now.
Cotton takes it. Going to look to throw. He's going to throw it deep down the field. He has a man there, Slaughter, and it's just incomplete. Once again, we needed 10, and we went and we threw it ahead for about 40. Incomplete. So the Tigers, after initial first down, they're going to look to punt the ball back to Pell City. That was the opening right there for the Eufaula Tigers to blow this game open. They could have gone up 44-20 with a successful drive there. Instead, after a complete.
Well, Cotton's had some open, deep receivers a couple of times tonight, but he's just been a little too strong, thrown it a little too long. No pressure. Anderson gets away the kick. It's going to hit about the 15-yard line, take a Tigers bounce, and we catch it on the first bounce, but it will be down to about the 9-yard line.
Well, Mitchell caught it there, but I've seen situations like that where you try to get too greedy and let the ball get into the end zone. So I'd rather it be at the 9 than at the 20 with a touchback. So
we'll take it. Yeah, that could go. Jimmy was on top of that one. That's could almost go for a caught punt for us as he fielded it on one bounce.
That's right.
As close as we've been to fielding one this year, so even though it was ours. Pell City will come out 1st and 10 from the 9-yard line, their own 9-yard line.
Just the 7th possession of the night for Pell City.
I'm surprised they hadn't aired it out and gone back to 14 since they had the big play to him earlier.
They're going to go deep, and Eufaula's going to bring him down.
Oh, that's close.
Right on the 1-yard line.
Oh, that official ran out there and spotted it just at the 1-yard line real quick, so that's a loss of 8.
Loss of 8 on the first down play. Eufaula could get really good field position here if they could stop Pell City 3 and out. Maybe even get a safety. Safety would be big here. Put the Tigers up by 19.
Running back number 10 is lined up 5 yards deep in the end zone. Quarterback goes under center.
Gonna take it. They're going to hand it off. And the running back going to have a positive play out to about the 8-yard line. He picks up about 7 of the 8 they lost on first down. It'll be 3rd and 11 for Pell City from the 8. That was just the old ISO play that time, Doug, just a power play straight up the gut, and it was effective for Pell City for 7 yards, one of the better rushes of the night.
They bring in a wide receiver, number 5, take out their tight end, number 84, and they'll go single wide out to the left, double wide outs to the right. Shot pistol formation.
So they threw a flare to the running back.
He dropped the ball.
He dropped it.
Oh, they're going to call
it incomplete. You know, I'm amazed. I'm amazed how well they've done against Yanze tonight. They've not held him one time tonight. Incomplete pass, and the Tigers still look to get good field position here after the incompletion.
That was very close to a catch and a strip, but
it was.
Tigers should, you know. Well, I don't know. Sooner or later, we're going to field a punt.
Anderson stands back at the 39-yard line. 9 men on line of scrimmage for Eufaula. They've been close to blocking a punt tonight, and they come after it this time, and it is blocked. They did block it, and guess what? We caught a punt. We caught a punt at the 10-yard line. It was actually Caden Ingram who caught that blocked punt deflection at the 10-yard line. He might have won a punt returning job tonight.
That's right. We'll give him a job.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Tigers from the 10-yard line of Pell City. This will be the 10th possession of the night for Eufaula. Motion by Slaughter back to the left. They'll hand it off to Harris up the middle. Harris picks his way through. And
he just ripped the helmet off of our centers.
Well, but his helmet ended up off also.
Well, he kind of threw a punch there, too. Now he's mouthing with the official. The official's telling him to go to the sideline, I guess, because his helmet came off.
Yeah, both players are going off.
We lose in that situation because it's our starting center. Harris picks up, 5 yards?
5 yards on first down. It was a nice play.
Jimmy picked it up. Big Pat goes to center, which he played center last year. Shotgun formation.
Yeah.
A lot of trust in Pat. Good snap.
They hand it off to Harris. Harris turns the corner on the outside. He's going to pick up yardage down near the. It's going to be a 4-yard gain. So actually, it wasn't the 10. It was about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, because they can get a first down before.
Hard to see. It's a very nice facility, as we said, but we're not super high where we're sitting here, as you can tell probably from the video. So a 4-yard gain is going to be 3rd down and 1 for Eufaula. They're going to get in the heavy set with Nick Floyd at the single back position.
Center comes back in. Patrick goes back to right tackle.
Pell City not set.
Oh, we ran a inside reverse, and he ran smack dab into somebody.
Somebody called a timeout or something.
There was a whistle right before the snap. Thank goodness.
There's a flag down.
It's going to be motion Tigers.
Are you surprised? I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I just can't believe it. I can't believe we did that.
So that is the 12th penalty of the night against Eufaula for 112 yards on 12 penalties. Still 4 penalties against Pell City for 30 yards.
That's way too many penalties, even if only half of them was correct.
So 3rd down now and 6. They're going to stay in the same formation, but they're going to look to throw it this time.
He's got 4 open. And he wound up, somebody tipped it away. Yanze.
He went to Yanze, and Yanze tipped it incomplete. So they're going to bring the field goal unit in. It's going to be a right hash kick. It'll be Cooper Wingate to attempt this with 2:55 to go. If the Tigers can be successful on this kick, they did not take advantage of the block kick, though, with a touchdown. And unfortunately, that was a big penalty on the Tiger offense, although that play didn't work anyway. That play did not work. It would have been fourth and a little over 2 yards to go.
Number 4 was open in the back of the end zone. I'm not sure Yanze didn't go a little deep on that one. There's a lot of pressure there.
And a perfect kick by Cooper Wingate.
Put 3 up on the board for the Tigers.
Hey, that was a big kick. Puts the Tigers up. They doubled them up now. The biggest lead of the night for Eufaula, 40-20.
Finally, we broke that 17-point barrier. Looked to be more there, but we'll take it. 2 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the third quarter. I'll tell you what, let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more Tiger football right after this break.
The family at Impressive Collision Center has been in business since 1940.
That's impressive.
Your transportation is one of the largest investments you have, so keep it looking new at Impressive. From a major crash to a small dent, Impressive can help.
Now Impressive.
They work closely with all insurance companies and give you a great price on your minor mishaps.
Wow, Impressive.
And don't forget to check out all the accessories from install winches, brush guards, and bed covers.
Impressive. Give them a call. Impressive Collision Center, 317 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-4400.
Pell City, going to be a pooch kick. Cooper Wingate kicks it up. It's going to be a fair catch call for and made at the 31-yard line this time. So with 2:48 to go in the third quarter, Eufaula's doubled up Pell City now 40-20, and it'll be Pell City with the ball wherever they spot it. Looks like maybe the 32-yard line, we'll say.
One thing about Steve Mass, I've noticed the coach for Pell City, Keith, he has literally stood. He's letting his assistants do their job. Offense or defense, he stands pretty much 20, 30 yards away from them and gets a good view. Now, every now and then he'll go in and give his 2 cents worth, but he lets his assistants do their jobs.
He's got a headset on, so you figure he's put some input. He's just not handoff up the middle is going to be about a 2-yard gain. Yeah, this is a good spot. Yeah, he's got a headset on, as several of the coaches on the sidelines do. So I'm sure there's conversation going on. 2:30 and counting here in the third quarter. 40-20, Eufaula leads.
I tell you what, not a bad crowd at all for the Tigers tonight, considering 3-hour drive and you got to work and get off and still get here by kickoff. Hats off to every one of them over there that made the trip.
2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Pell City. They're going to throw a pass. It's tipped, and it's caught on the deflection by number 14. Who else? Number 14, Colin Smith, caught it on the deflection. I was looking for a potential interception by Eufaula, and instead the senior wide receiver, Colin Smith, makes a nice reception for them and takes it ahead for a first down. That is a 19-yard gain for Pell City and a first down in Tiger territory at the 48-yard line. First and 10. From there, they will hand it off, and 2 yards on the play for the running back Marquise Bedford. Clock is still moving. 1:25 and counting here. 2nd down and 8 now for Pell City from the 46 of Eufaula. Be okay with everyone if the clock just continued to roll here at 9:17 Central Time. They have corrected the timeouts on the scoreboard now. Eufaula with 3 as well as Pell City. Pell City sends 2 receivers to the left, one back in the backfield with the quarterback. As they take the snap, they'll hand it to the back Bedford. He's going to lower his head, and he fights for yardage this time. The ball came out late, and Eufaula saying that
I heard a whistle blow. Our coaches are very upset over on the far side.
Number 8 for Eufaula would have been Kenobi Young. He took it all the way back into the end zone, but they're going to whistle it dead. It'll be 3rd down, and they're going to give him and Yanze's looking at the official like, what's up? You know.
Jarrell went down the side, and he is still fussing at the official way back. See, way down at the 10-yard line. Apparently, he's the one that blew the whistle way down the field. Jarrell's having a chat with him now as they're fixing to snap the ball on 3rd down and 5.
Third and 5. They're going to hand it off. The quarterback's going to keep it this time, and we give up contain. He's going to pick up a first down and more as he's going to go out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. You know, we had a guy out here, and, when you're the wide man like that, Doug, you've got to push him back inside, and we gave up the contain, and it was a big play for them. First down at the 27-yard line of Eufaula.
I'm sure there was a hole there somewhere.
So that's a 19-yard run. No, they haven't had a holding call all night. So
21 seconds, 21 and a half seconds left to go in the third quarter of play. Play clock down to 10 as the Panthers break the huddle.
So there's a snap. Looking to throw after the Pell City first down. He's going to He's going to pull it down. He pumped us, and then he's going to run it out of bounds for a short gain.
I don't think Yanze will go for that pump fake again, so be interesting to see next time he's.
That play only gained a yard on that play.
I'm sure when they spot it, it'll be 2. 13.3 seconds to go now.
Tigers lead 40-20 if you tuned in late. Eufaula's had multiple 17-point leads. I wanted to see Pell City draw back closer to 10. It was a 10-point game at halftime. Eufaula's outscored Pell City by 10 points here in the third quarter. It was 30-20 at halftime. Handoff, Bedford. He's going to be caught and taken down. It looks like actually Pugh is in on defense, I believe now. Yeah, LeCaviante Pugh. That'll be the final play of the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth with the Tigers with a 20-point lead, 40-20. We'll be back with more Tiger football after this commercial break.
Benny Whitehead Incorporated has called Eufaula home since 1965. Today, the family-owned business owns and operates 119 tractors and trailers and employs over 150 people. Benny Whitehead is nationally known as a leader in safety and keeping the air clean and fuel consumption low. Benny Whitehead Incorporated loves Eufaula and would like to wish Lakeside and Eufaula safe and successful seasons.
Hey, Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley.
Word for it.
Hey, Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
We're back in the Brown Heat and Air broadcast studio. Pete Rich Stadium, Pell City, Alabama. Tigers lead the Panthers of Pell City 40-20. And the Tigers, big game next week. We still have 12 minutes to go here in this one, but big game with the Eagles of Carroll High School coming in for the third region game of the season. Tigers, of course, 2-0 in region play. Last time we saw them in region action, it was a big 43-7 victory on the road at Greenville. So
I'm sure Gertman will have those guys. He'll go over and give them a little pep talk before they come to Eufaula.
Of course, Revis Gertman is the superintendent of schools in Ozark now.
Was principal at Eufaula before taking that position. So, yeah, it'd be a homecoming week, so there'll be a lot of extra things going on. Just check the school's webpage and all for the, I guess, the dress-up days and the parades or whatever all they do now. We should have just fell in the parade today. We got here right as the parade was going by up here. They have a large parade. I tell you, they had a large crowd for their parade.
3rd and 10. Snap. They're going to quarterback keeper. We've fallen for it again as he's going to run out of bounds after about a 7-yard gain over there. We are just giving up the containment on the outside and letting the quarterback keeper. Good job by them adjusting to it because they realized we were just selling out to stop the inside run. They're going to say actually about a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, I done wrote 7 for him. I'm about to go back and change it because it's about a 4th and 4. Ball is at the 22-yard line. He's got to get down inside the 18 for the first down.
11:50, the clock stopped on the out-of-bounds play. So 4th down, they're still shuffling players around when all of a sudden they'll have one receiver split to the right, 3 to the left. They're going to hand it off to Bedford, who is not going to get this first down. He's hitting the backfield. Good job by LeCaviante Pugh. You know, we haven't seen
Actually, look, he lost yardage, but they're marking it up at the line of scrimmage.
No, they marked it back. Well, let's see.
Official on the far side's got it marked at the line of scrimmage, and he didn't come within a county of the line of scrimmage.
He lost a couple yards on that play, but that took some time off the clock at least. They kept the ball for about 4.5 minutes on that possession. They came up empty on point, so Eufaula takes over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line of Eufaula. We'll take about a 5-6 minute touchdown drive here to go ahead and salt this game away. Slaughter in motion. They're going to hand it off to the back this time. It's going to be Chubb Nelson. Breaking tackles. It in the open field is Nelson, the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. Nelson in a foot race, 30, 25, 20. He high steps it. He's going to take it all the way, no flags. Chubb Nelson, 77 yards on that carry for Eufaula. You can tell Nelson kind of had some fresh legs that time. He hasn't carried the ball a lot tonight. And the surprising thing, Doug, I guess with a 20-point lead, there was no flags thrown on that play.
That gives him 6 carries for 98 yards on the night. Maybe he'll get another carry and get us 100. Of course, we're unofficial.
That's right.
But sometimes I think we're closer than...
Oh, yeah.
Huddle. Actually, they... what's the sideline warning against the Tigers now? We had to throw some kind of penalty on that one.
That's right. No. I'd rather them throw it then than during the play.
Absolutely.
They've already they took one touchdown off the board for the Tigers on a very late flag. They prevented another touchdown right before halftime with a very late flag. Tigers going to shift over and kick this one here to try to take a 47-20 lead. Wingate's in the spot by Cotton. The kick is up. The kick is good. With 11:27 to go in the fourth quarter play, the Tigers now lead by a score of 47-20. I saw a discussion down there between one of the Tiger linemen and the official. I didn't see anything interesting happen on that extra point.
There's been a couple of chippy plays and some helmets coming off and things like that, but, you know, it's not like last week.
Not at all. 19-second drive that time, 77 yards in one play.
I heard the PA announcer actually thanking the crowd for coming out for homecoming, but Keith, I'm surprised that actually still a lot of people still here. They haven't really started filing out that much yet, down by 27 points. I think this was usually the, I don't know which puts it out, but, you know, the lines or whatever for high school football, they had Eufaula as a 21-point favorite in this game.
Wingate's pooch kick toward the sideline, that went out of bounds. So that'll give pretty good field position for Pell City. Right around, it went out right at the 35, so I guess that's where they'll take it.
Yeah, I'm still not sure. We saw it earlier this year. There used to be something, you know, take it at 35 or 5 yards north of where it went out, or I'm not sure how it comes out the best, but it looks like they're going to mark this one right about the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Panthers with 11:27 to go in the fourth quarter of play.
Sure would be nice to have a running clock here.
I'm not.
I mean, there's not a rule, I don't think, about that. I'm just saying that sometimes they do it. I mean, it's unlikely they score 4 touchdowns and while Eufaula doesn't score one here.
I know there is in Nevada because I watched an ESPN game the other night and it was about 30 points in the first half and they had a running clock. So
handoff, Bedford tries left guard and it really doesn't do much, maybe a yard on that play. Keeps that clock rolling, though. They took over this possession with 11:27 to go, with Eufaula leading 47-20.
Been tough going for the running back for Pell City tonight. He's at 14 carries. He's averaging about 1 yard and 3 inches every time he touches the ball. Under 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter now. I think they've kind of just, you know, running it up the middle there, maybe. I don't know. They're still in a pistol formation. They may air it out here.
They send them in motion. They fake it. They're going to throw it this time. They throw a dart. It's complete. It could go for a touchdown. Eufaula's going to tackle him this time, though, but a nice play all the way down to the 23-yard line. From the 36-yard line of Pell City to the 23-yard line. That would be 31 yards, I believe.
The 35 to there?
35, 36. 36. 41-yard play. 41-yard play on the pass play. That's a first down for Pell City That's their second longest play. They've had 2 chunk plays. They've had a 45-yard pass and now a 41-yard pass. That quarterback threw a good pass, and it was hit him right on the money.
Puts him over 100 yards at 137 tonight.
Drop him back, looking to throw. He's going to pull it down this time. We're going to give up contain again. He's going to turn the corner and go out of bounds after a short gain. They threw a flag. They're going to call a late hit on Eufaula.
Please. He flushed out to the right because Janze actually went through a double team on the right-hand side and put some pressure on him. And that is the official that's in the very back. The official that's right there closest to where he went out did not throw the flag. That's the same official that Jarrell was given an earful a while ago for, I guess, the quick whistle. So,
you know what?
I'm surprised.
I don't think we made some contact with him out of bounds, but it wasn't. The guy laid his hand on him. He did not hit him. But they're going to call a late hit out of bounds, which is half the distance to the goal.
Just go ahead and add that to our penalty total. We're going to have as many penalties tonight in this game as we've got all year.
13. That penalty ends up being about 10 yards. So we'll call it a 10-yard penalty. So that's 13 penalties for 122 now. 13 penalties for 122 yards against Eufaula. Still sitting at 4 against Pell City. Through the pass, good deflection, good play that time by Tony Coleman coming from his corner position. That's an incomplete pass. It'll be second down and goal from the 10 or the 9. I believe it's the 9-yard line. Yeah, the 9-yard
It's inside the 10 because they put the yards to gain markers on the ground. Under 10 minutes now, 9 minutes and 59 seconds to go in the fourth quarter of play. It's a 27-point lead, but Panthers knocking on the door.
There's a snap. They're going to hand it off inside. Running back's going to break tackles. He's going to get into the end zone, standing up for a touchdown. 9-yard touchdown run for number 3, Landon Strong. And gives the home crowd something to cheer for. A minute 37 seconds off the clock that time on that drive for Pell City. So they took over their 35-yard line and they moved it 65 yards, aided by the penalty. There's a snap. Placement's up. Kick is good. So 47-27 now. Still 9 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the game. 9:32 Central Standard Time. With 165 miles of blacktop between
What difference does it make if it's 1 or 1:30?
That's right.
It's going to be late.
Yeah.
About time for a 10 o'clock train to come by here pretty soon, though. We'll give them that. Tell you what, when it comes by over there right behind the bleachers, it's not like it's slowing. It's booking on pretty good.
Yeah, we've seen 2 trains during the game tonight, so that's a very active track behind us. There was a passenger train and Amtrak train went through earlier, and then there was a freight train came by later.
So is that, I'm a country boy, but so I'm guessing that is that a commuter train for work to people in Birmingham or something?
I have no idea. That might be a question that our missing in action co-work would know, because I think he worked up this way with Norfolk Southern.
He said he's very familiar with those tracks, so I'm sure if he, being under the weather, if he dozed off a little bit tonight, every time he heard that whistle, he perked right up. So
Ball's on the tee. Back deep for the Tigers is Coleman and Floyd. It's a driving kick that's going to come to Coleman. He's going to field it at the 12, looking to run it back to the far sideline. Coleman cuts upfield. He gets across the 40, out to around the 42, and no flags on that play. It'll be a 42-yard line. A nice return of 30 yards that time for Tony Coleman, junior wide receiver for Eufaula. So 12th possession of the night for Eufaula. 13 penalties for 122 yards unofficially against Eufaula.
Man, I can remember years ago you didn't get 12 possessions in 2 games, 2.5 games.
Handoff up the middle. Going to be a gain of 6 yards on that play. We'll see. We'll check the number of the Tiger who carried the ball that time. We didn't catch it before the snap. It's going to be Jave Williams.
First time we've seen him tonight, I think.
Third Tiger running back of the night. Actually, 4th if you count Nick Floyd. Jave up the middle this time, and they are there to wrap him up for no gain. So it'll be a 3rd down play here, and still 9 minutes on the clock. Only 40 seconds off of this clock so far, and 2 snaps of the football. That's 3 yards. About a yard gain on that last play. So it'll be 3rd and 3 now for Eufaula.
Have you noticed the backup quarterbacks in?
I had not noticed that. It is DeMarcus Cobb.
Wideouts are backups.
The Tigers really trying to milk the clock here. Snap it with 6 on the clock. They hand it to Williams, and he is going to be hog-tied down.
That is a terrible spot. He is laying at the 48.
He's laying at the 48, and they marked him back about the 49.
The 49.
Yeah, and the first down was at the 48. So they give him 2 yards on that play, but he needed 3. Yeah, it was a bad spot. 8:02 and the clock rolling. Tigers lead by 20. They'll go for it on 4th down here.
Try to draw them. They almost jumped. Corner gave signal in a play. He's going to give them a shot at it.
They threw a penalty flag.
Well, that's because our right tackle looked back. They are allowed to reset. You know, the line looked up to reset, and he's calling a false start on him. And that's what he's saying. You know how, okay, you try to draw them.
So surely we'll punt here. We're going to punt. You know, and Doug, yeah, I agree. I saw what you're talking about, and I think that was a bad call on the officials' part. But, you know, that's the 14th penalty now for 127 yards. The thing about it is there has not been a penalty against Pell City since the first quarter. There's the kick. It's a wobbly kick that doesn't turn over, but it takes a Eufaula roll inside the 20-yard line to the 19. So 7:10 on the clock in this game with Eufaula leading by 20. That'll be a topic of conversation on the coaches show this week. Is all the penalties, Doug.
It's probably a good thing that they exit that way and we exit this way, or I might just tell them what a fine job they did tonight calling this ball game.
Yes, the ball's right at the 20. It's really hard. It's a nice stadium here, but the lines are very faint, so it's hard to see. Pell City still with their starters in the game, as they did on defense. They're going to throw a deep pass. They're going to adjust the ball. It's going to go for a touchdown, most likely. As Eufaula is going to drag him down inside the 10 at the 13-yard line.
And quit too early.
You know, I do agree with what you're saying there, Doug. We did wholesale substitute maybe a possession early on both sides of the ball because they had cut it down to 20. They're about to cut it.
You thought we saw some penalties before? We're fixing to really see some if this keeps up. If they score here and make it, yeah.
They're going to hand it off. Quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to turn the corner. He's going to be tackled down about the 3-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal. I'm surprised we're not bringing the first team defense in, because I tell you, if they cut it at 13 here.
Onside kick. Still 6 minutes to play.
So it's going to be
they can
just
get a
short.
first down.
Second and 1. Under center goes the quarterback. It's going to be into the end zone, standing up with 5:52 to go. It'll be interesting to see if we bring the second offense back out here again, Doug, because we haven't. We've been very complimentary of game management all year with this coaching staff, but I do question whether or not we should have wholesale substituted here with as much time left as there was in that game. We did that with 9:40 to go with a 20-point lead. They're going to go for 2 here. They're going to roll out to the right. They're going to throw a pass. They're going to complete it. So it's going to be 47-35 now. I don't really understand that.
What's the difference in 12 and 13? Well, they went from the scoreboard. They went from 47-33 to 47-38. So that's that new math still working up here. Maybe it's got something to do with that. They're having a hard time with their adding and subtraction over there. They eventually get it right, and as soon as I say that, they change it. So.
Tigers led 47-20 though in this game in the 4th quarter. There's been two touchdowns in the last 3 minutes and 58 seconds for Pell City.
I know a win's a win, but you don't want folks to look and say everybody else blew this team out.
It's not a foregone conclusion. They've scored 2 touchdowns in the last 3 minutes and 58 seconds. There's 5:52 to go in this game. 2 more touchdowns puts them in the lead. If you
would you try an onside kick here, or would you kick it deep if you were there?
Eufaula thinks they're going to onside kick because they're bringing the hands team in, but this leaves you vulnerable for a pooch kick.
Yeah, because their kicker can kick it so deep, so he has a lot of room between the 40 and probably the 10 where he's going to line. Actually, he's going to be at the 18. So we're still moving folks around all over the place. We don't know what we're doing. It is an onside kick, and it's going to be taken. Go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go, baby.
Deontay Pugh is going to run this all the way back for a touchdown. It looks like he's into the end zone for the touchdown. They haven't signaled it yet. They do signal it. Yeah, touchdown Tigers. That's a big play that time. As Pugh, he came up and fielded that ball and took it all the way back to junior tight end.
That's something I don't think they practice a whole lot, because that's one of the first things you do on an onside kick. You have some headhunter that's going to go down and take out 1 or 2 of the guys that you're kicking at. I mean, they go down, try to knock them off the feet and leave the ball free for you to cover. And nobody even came after Pugh that time. He just fielded it on a hop, outran the kicker and everybody else to the corner of the end zone for 6 for the Tigers, and it came at a perfect time. 53-35 according to the scoreboard. Extra point pending.
We'll put the Tigers back up by 19 here if this is good, and it looks like it is just good.
So we don't know if it would have been first or second offense, but we'll see if we see first or second defense here. Probably the second defense will go back in again, I
guess. With 5:41 to go, I don't know. That's 3 touchdowns tonight for Deontay Pugh. He's caught 2 touchdown passes, and now he scored on a kickoff return. I mean, you wouldn't think they'd be able to score 3 touchdowns here in 5:41, but they did score 2 touchdowns in less than 4 minutes. So it's just that the defense has been on the field. The last time they just gave up big chunks of yardage. But the Tigers put 54 points on the board. Could have been more tonight, actually.
We did. Some of it just got taken away.
There's a pooch kick that's going to go out of bounds once again. And, the pooch kick looked pretty good the first couple of times, but the last 2 have gone out of bounds and given them pretty good field position. We pushed it to the 25-yard line the first time, to the 21-yard line the next, then the 31, The last two have gone out of bounds and given the ball at 35. Still better than the kickoff return for touchdown. Doug, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's not been a turnover in this game, has there?
The drop punt.
Yeah, that's right. That's the only one. There was not a turnover in the game last week, the Pike Road game, not a turnover for either team.
Taking a timeout. Let's take a timeout too, and we come back and we'll tell you what Charles had to say.
In sports, the goal is to be the best. The same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. That's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Eufaula, call Alpha agents Keith or Brooke Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula, Alabama. Call 334-687-0358.
They're going to throw it deep. The receiver's there, and great defensive play that time by Tony Coleman. Tony Coleman went up and tipped that ball away from the receiver that time, who's had a big night, Colin Smith. I've been impressed with Colin's had a big night for them.
It was a good job by Coleman, but why Smith was behind him, I don't know. I'd like to see him be behind him coming up, tipping it away, but Smith had got behind him once again by a little bit there. 5:33 to go in the fourth quarter play. Tigers lead 54-35.
The replay board here is going black.
It's homecoming. They had to go get ready for the dance. Or
I guess 54-35.
Roll a yard or whatever they do.
5:35.
They're going to take a timeout because they ain't got a clue how to line it. Let's take a timeout too. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Benny Whitehead Incorporated has called Eufaula home since 1965. Today, the family-owned business owns and operates 119 tractors and trailers and employs over 150 people. Benny Whitehead is nationally known as a leader in safety and keeping the air clean and fuel consumption low. Benny Whitehead Incorporated loves Eufaula and would like to wish Lakeside and Eufaula safe and successful seasons.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? Is it a cool lake breeze on a hot summer day or by a warm fire on a cold night? Make every room in the house as inviting as the next. Also, make the air fresh and clean for everyone and keep humidity where it belongs. At Carrier, comfort means more than just the temperature. Contact Brown Heating and Air Condition, 714 South Eufaula Avenue, 33.
Second down 10 for Pell City. Drop the snap. Quarterback picks it up. He's going to look to throw. He throws it. It's complete to who else? Colin Smith. He makes two men miss, and he picks up a first down at the 48-yard line. 13 yards on the pass play. They'll stop the clock momentarily with 5:22, but they do reset the clock pretty fast here.
When that yard marker sets over there, they're supposed to.
Yeah. So 5:09 and counting here at the 54-35. Eufaula leads by 19. They snap the ball. They're going to hand it off to Bedford inside. He's going to be tackled right there after about a 3-yard gain.
.448, clock rolling. 19-point lead for the Tigers. We have nobody back deep.
2nd and 7. Throwing the ball tipped up by Yanze. That's his second deflection of the game. He had 4 in a game earlier this year against Stanhope Elmore. 4:22 to go in the game. 54-35. Eufaula leads. 3rd down 7 now from the 49-yard line of Eufaula.
That's got to be aggravating as a head coach. You're double teaming somebody all night long. You're putting all that effort keeping him out, and he's constantly creating havoc, running folks out of the backfield and tipping the ball away.
There goes the 3rd down play. Quarterback's going to flush in the pocket. It's going to look to run, and he's going to pick up a 1st down, it appears.
Oh, yeah. I guarantee you this in front of the marker. So give him 11 yards, I guess.
It was 7. It was 7.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Stops the clock with 4:14. 4:14 on the clock. Clock back in motion now. Tigers still lead by 19. The only question here at this point is what the final margin of victory will be. Tigers obviously would love to prevent Pell City from scoring a touchdown here. They did score a touchdown against the Tiger Reserves. So they came in with just under 10 minutes to go in the game. There's a I didn't see. They're going to call a legal motion. That is the first penalty against Pell City since the 1st quarter. That'll be the 5th penalty for 5th penalty for 40 yards against Pell City. 5 penalties for 40 yards against Pell City now.
So it'll be 1st and 15. 3:41 in the clock rolling.
It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Bedford, and whoever is stacking in the middle, we'll just see. That is number 97 that time. There's a flag. There's another flag came down.
I saw them blocking awful late. I didn't see us do anything. They were pushing us around. Personal foul against the Tigers.
I'm not surprised.
Folks, you know, we've heard over the years, y'all on the officials team, you get to see it now.
So that is 15 penalties for 142 yards against Eufaula. 15 penalties, 142 yards.
Automatic 1st down, too.
Yep. 3:20 and counting. It's humorous. It really is humorous because if it was a closely contested game, you hear a different tune out of us. But considering the fact that Eufaula will get out of here with their 4th victory of the season, we're not going to complain too much. But it's been just a comedy here of the officiating. There's a pass down the field. It's going to be caught by Smith. He's going to go down.
Official kept him from going in the end zone.
Yeah. That's going to go from the 31-yard line down to the 4. So it's 27 yards. Smith's had a really big night catching the football. There's a flag on the field. Lo and behold, is that going to be the 16th penalty against Eufaula? We'll see.
I was doing an awful lot of talking to the Eufaula guy that was covering on the play. You going to give him an interference also? Yep. They're going to call interference on the Tigers also. But they're going to decline that one, so you can keep that one off the book, seeing how it went for 30 yards.
Right.
What a fine job they're doing.
2:40, the clock's moving here. 1st and goal for Pell City. Looking to throw the ball. They're going to throw it. It's tipped way up in the air. It's going to be intercepted by Eufaula. Intercepted by Eufaula. It'll be
a... They'll say he tried to run it out and get a safety?
Nah.
Did he get out?
No, he didn't get out of the end zone, I don't think. Did he?
If he tried to run it out, they'll turn it into a
they're
safety.
They're going to put it at the 20-yard line. So it's a touchback. Interception. Was that Yonze that called that ball?
I did not see.
We'll just have to watch it back, but it was tipped way up in the air. It was a jump ball situation. I thought it was Yonze who peeled back and caught the football. Either way, it was intercepted by the Tigers.
Well, he's been tipping them all night. He just finally had to tip it and catch it, I guess.
I don't think he tipped it, but he I think he caught it. It was a single-digit number. It was either 8, 9, or 7.
2:29 to go in the fourth. Tigers bring back out the backups again on offense. They were moving the ball earlier. Just penalties shot them in the foot.
Jave Williams up the middle.
Got the starting offensive line back in. Jimmy just picked up on that.
Some of them. It's not all of them.
About 4 yards or so. I think. Let's see. Let the clock, 20 seconds on the play clock as we roll under 2 minutes to play now. That's all. Actually, if they took their timeouts, they could probably have a chance to get the ball back, but
I think it's time to quit statting. Eufaula finishes with 15 penalties, 142 yards. Jave Williams up the middle. He's going to have a nice run. Should be just about good for a first down. But you know what? They didn't mark him where he got to. They marked him back.
Got spun back to big time. He was right there at the first down
mark. He was.
The guy went up and was fixing to mark it there, and now they mark him way back. Jeez. This gets about 2 yards taken away from him there.
But we're down to 1:15. If we'll just wait and snap this ball, we can snap it under a minute to go. New quarterback in the game now is going to be Ben Jackson.
Tries to draw them off sides. They lean, but they don't jump. 5 on the play clock.
Good job by running it down. It is under a minute to go. They hand it off to Jave, who gets stacked up. Just didn't have much of a chance that time. They poured through and they stopped him for a loss on that play. But unless
there's only going to be 5 seconds left difference between the play clock and the game clock. Actually about 6, I guess, somewhere in that range. Let's see,
so
30. It's about 6.5, almost 7 seconds difference.
So it's going to be a situation where we'll probably snap the ball on 4th down instead of punting. And
I'll tell you what, if you're going to do that, snap it, run a wide sweep. It should run the clock out. If it does not run the clock out, you got one crack at it. But don't do like Troy and take a safety and then.
What a finish to that
6.9 seconds as Tigers take a timeout, and they'll send in the punt team.
So they'll should get out of here with a 19-point victory tonight.
Actually, this is one thing that happens a lot of times when you have so many subs in and you think you're done on the night. There's no way. We've got nine folks. There's 10 coming out. Where's that 11? That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Still 10. 10. There comes 11 off the sideline.
There's still 20 seconds on the play clock, so barring a penalty, this should be the final play of the game. Anderson punts it away. It's a nice punt. It's going to be a tight spiral that comes down, takes a big Eufaula bounce, zeros on the clock.
Down.
It'll be down to the 36-yard line. This game is mercifully over, folks. So the Tigers return home next week. It'll be Carroll of Ozark, the Carroll High School Eagles, come into Tiger Stadium to take on the Eufaula Tigers. They'll go in 4-1 on the season, 2-0 in region play. Big game for the Tigers to keep that region record perfect next week with another big game on the horizon with Charles Henderson coming in the following week. Doug, any final comments?
Nope.
Well, for Jimmy Simmons, we appreciate Jimmy filling in for Charles Herman tonight on the camera. We appreciate that greatly. And for Jimmy Simmons, Doug Apple, I'm Keith Brown, wishing a good night and a great weekend. Go Tigers.